to the wild, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment, now is your time. So prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through and rise, rise. They will remember you. Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions pray that one false step lead the end. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment. Take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through and rise, rise. They will remember you. It is you fight among the dead, beneath the dirt. Or do you know yet? Or do you want it? And when the giants call to ask you what you're worth, or do you know yet? We don't die. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Overdrive Gold League Finals. We're not in Zero Gravity Gaming quite yet. That will be happening next season. But yes, Overdrive is in the middle of rebranding. But for now, this will be the final for the Gold League, for Overdrive League. This will be the last wave goodbye as ODL continues to rebrand over. My name is Mark Rafa Alexander Aramide, and I'm joined by a last-minute substitution in the amazing Great Jace. It is not Alk Battery. Don't let the screen lie to you. But Jace, you were last season's winners for gold with Rawr. So now you have some perspective on what it takes in order to be victorious in this final series we have tonight.
Yeah, it's going to say I think both these teams are pretty good. You know, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. And I think they're probably playing the best they've ever played, and they both deserve to be here. So expect a good game out of both of them.
Absolutely. And so far, we're looking at bans right now. It is going to be Rawr KSG, Great Jace's former team, and then going up against
Anarchy, by the way.
Yeah. That's why I said former, unfortunately. Right. It's all good. Scum Gang is the newcomers this time around. So Rawr being last season's winner, or I'm stumbling over my words right now. I'm looking for belt, current championship belt owners. Scum Gang are looking to take that away and take the throne before ODL goes into the rebrand phase. And right now, bans, we see Aurelia, Zyra, and Echo going towards Scum Gang from Rawr. And the same is going to be for Garen and Nivea and Malzahar. Now, I'm not sure who is getting targeted here, but I know that Garen is for Spoiler Juan.
Yeah, Garen obviously was put on his main characters. He plays it a lot. It's also pretty annoying to lane against. Maybe the top lane didn't feel comfortable in against it. And they also did ban out on Scum Gang the Nivea and Malz because the mid laner, he's kind of a linear player. Obviously, Nivea is his one trick, and Malzahar usually his fallback. So they just want to really on pitch's pool and allow their top laner, their mid laner, to play the best of his abilities.
And sometimes that's all you just need for your mid laner. If you already have great players in your other roles, you just need someone to be able to be that simple utility champion. Not trying to talk crap about Malzahar. There's other champions like the Lissandra, the Galio that also serve a similar purpose. But we do see Heimerdinger and Thresh being the first champions locked in for the side of Scum Gang.
Yeah, Heimerdinger, obviously good flex during the World Championship. You know, Harnan drawing bans basically in the entire championship because people didn't really know how to play it. It's also, it could go mid, but you never know that. So it's just a really good early pick to flex and kind of throw off them and make them assume what you're doing and kind of ban accordingly.
And we're definitely going to have to see how where Heimerdinger goes based on the rest of the champions being picked. We do see Braum being locked alongside that Lucian. Scum Gang definitely had an opportunity to take that away, but they opted in for the Thresh for X-Homie. And, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen X-Homie play support. And so we're going to have to see how well he does here versus... Because I think he normally plays top lane, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't really know, but we do see on the Rawr side, Lucian Braum, one of the best bot lanes, if not the best bot lane right now. Just so much pressure in lane. Lucian is also a very good ADC right now, and Camille being locked in. With the nerfs to her jungle, make her a little bit weaker, but still a very strong pick, especially if she goes top lane. Those nerfs didn't really even affect her, so still a very top tier pick.
Yeah, I mean, that hookshot utility is just so fantastic for early gank paths. I mean, you can gank as early as level 2, and there are certain situations where you can go level 1. In fact, if we look at Rawr KSG's first 3 picks overall, that is a very strong level 1 invade possibility. You have the Braum with the concussive stacks, and you have the Lucian with the Lightslinger being able to rapidly proc that stun from Braum's passive, and you can even start it off or follow it up with the hook shot from Camille, and she'll be just fine being able to start that buff level 1, and then be able to clear the rest of the jungle and just continue looking for ganks as the game progresses.
Yeah, it looks like Rawr's just going for a really early snowballing. You know, they just want to get their lanes ahead early, if it's a Camille top or Camille jungle, and they just want to really snowball that into the late game and not really give Scum Game a chance to scale, as it seems that's what they're trying to go for.
Speaking of late game compositions, I mean, Graves does have some early pressure, but without any early CC other than the small slow from the smoke screen. This is probably Apologician's most favorite champion or most played champion this season alone. He loves just being able to contently farm his jungle and then just get to that warrior, storm razor, item power spikes, and just be able to one-shot people in the mid game.
Yeah, but it is one of his good champions, and he really likes to play it. But they are looking a bit squishy on the Scum Gang side, and we do see cards being picked are really strong right now with Dark Harvest. Really good, a really strong there. And the Kled, one of Spotter's favorite champions, so that does mean the Camilla is going jungle.
I do remember a while back there was a top 10 ODL play where Spotter Juan was able to outplay, I don't remember who he was playing against, but he was able to get the Kled remount in the nick of time as Ignite was ticking down. And that was a nutty play. And then the answer from Skateboard Dog is going to be a Kali here. And as we're getting onto the Rift in just a moment here, Jace, we do see that Heimerdinger is indeed going mid lane. The Jhin will be bot lane with the Thresh. And then if we look on the other side, Kled is running Grasp with the Undying versus something like the Conqueror. Is that just specifically for the Akali matchup, or is Grasp the Undying just an overall better keystone for Kled these days?
I mean, I really don't play 2 Kled that much, but Grasp is really good for right now. It's really good for trading, and Kled really wants to be going for quick trades against Akali, especially with her passive resets and her Shroud. So you really just want to be getting in and out of there, and Grasp is really good for that, as you don't have to proc 3 like you would on Pressy attack with it. You can just get in there, get your 4th W auto off, and get that Grasp for a lot of poke.
I'm just now seeing the message. I'm so sorry, I misunderstood you. I don't know why I thought you played on Rawr. So you always played on Anarchy?
Yeah, I played against Rawr in the finals last year.
Oh. Oof. Well, I set up your narrative introduction somewhat incorrectly. I apologize.
Hey, AL champion.
See, that's where I get it confused, because the problem with these leagues is that I love being partners with all of them, but a lot of these teams kind of just bleed, and players like mix and match across leagues. Like you and Duck Solo and Bliss were all together on Bangkok Ballbusters, an Abyssal League now known as Blue Otter. But last year, you're right, you're on Anarchy versus Rawr, and I think Rawr had Bliss, and I'm trying to remember the other people as well. Was Remzi still on that team as well?
Remzi's on this team, on the Rawr team right now.
From last year when they won.
Spoder's still on there. The mid laner's still on there. The bot lane, Char left in Izumi ranked tab. Besides that, they have the same roster.
Oh yeah, Chaji. Hey! We are in the month of December, ladies and gentlemen, so it is holiday season on the Rift here. We're going to see some snow, maybe some candy cane, and if you are lucky, ladies and gentlemen, you might find yourself under some mistletoe as well. So, here's hoping, especially for those single people out there. Definitely don't want to be lonely during the holiday season. Everyone deserves someone special in their lives.
Of course, we do see Rawr possibly trying to go for the invade, or maybe trying to counter the invade with, of course, the Braum, one really good invade champion, especially with the passive. And we just see Scum Gang setting up their 5-point, trying to play a little bit defensive. They don't really have much tankiness, so they really don't want to be going for these engages early.
And it might be a late delayed invade coming out from Rawr KSG, as they're all sitting here, and if they don't move soon, Spotter Juan is going to have to recall, and it looks like he's already channeling the recall, but he's a little too late, so he's going to be walking a lane slightly behind.
Yeah, that actually might be able to... I mean, he's not too late, but if Akali gets the 1 or 2 CS and he misses one, that could really affect the matchup, because if Akali gets Shroud before he really can actually get 2 abilities, she can just force him out of the lane and just push that lead even farther.
Right, and then with the electrocute, start to really dominate that lane, set the tone or the pace of that top side of the mat, and allow Apologician to actually start invading onto Blockboy Remzi. But both junglers are starting their red buffs, respectively. Apologician on the top side of the map. Looks like he did solo leash himself for the most part, and Blockboy getting a much healthier leash from his bot lane. Is now going for Krugs and more than likely going into that crowd for that level 3.
Yeah, it could be looking for level 2 gank on bot. They seem to be pushing in. Jin obviously really does push in really quickly, so we could try to look for that. Especially with a Braum and Lucian. Really easy lane to gank.
Yeah. And now, I know we didn't see if Spider-Juan missed a minion, but already we're starting to see the retribution of that Electrocute versus the Grasp start to take place as Spider-Juan not looking too good with current health status.
Yeah, this lane's probably just gonna play out like that. Akali does win this lane because she can just really shroud Pled's burst and then just try to go for him. She can also burst him down out of his when unmounted before he can remount too fast. So it's a really good lane for Akali, really good kind of thing.
So far, so quiet, I guess, here on the Rift, as both Blockboy and Apologician have been content just farming up, getting level 3 for Blockboy and level 2 respectively for Apologician. Spider-Juan already taking a bunch of damage, and oh, you hate to see that. Skateboard Dog thought he had the damage.
Yeah, he went for it. Even if he doesn't get the damage, obviously, he is on a flash, but that does force Spider-Juan to really back. He's already done 8 CS, and he has to TP in the lane, only getting a refillable and a control ward. So, as right now, Akali is really manhandling this lane and really setting the pace. We did also see that Graves did take the top side, but Frenzy did also trade it back.
Yeah, they went for the most part, vertical jungling starts, just trying to trade most of their strong sides of the map. But considering that Come True Faster, next homie have priority, Blockboy Remzi is in a bad spot. Just trying to hide out in the brush for the rest of the team to come up. And Hookshot is going to be able to go over the wall, but that does pull Bliss back into dangerous hands. And Kiora trying to push them back. It does force the flash out of Bliss, but no casualties here.
That is a really good summoner spell. You can actually look to pressure that because Braum really doesn't really have too much escape. Maybe his W, but without his flash, he is kind of hopeless. And that is a really good way to exploit, especially with the Thresh. You can really look for some gank solo. We see it Spider happening top side.
Yeah. Spider-Juan, now knowing that Skateboard Dog does not have flash, he's going to try to look for some advantageous trades here, especially if Apologician was seen on the bot side of the map.
Yeah, he knows he can go for those trades. He just pulled it back up in CS. Akali also didn't actually back. She didn't have to back. She didn't have to burn a CP, sorry. So she does have that advantage on him. And once she gets 6, she might just be able to go for the all-in here if she plays it right.
Yeah, I wonder what the experience advantage is right now. If we take a quick look, it does seem like... Oh, wait, Spider-Juan just hit level 5. So there really isn't that much big of a experience difference. And Spider-Juan is bringing Skateboard down to lethal levels.
Yeah, huge misplay by Skateboard. He really didn't need to be taking those trades, especially while he's already ahead. He was up very... I don't know how he got out leveled in CS. Maybe it's because he didn't TP back. That's probably why. But just a huge, really misplay. He shouldn't be taking those fights, especially against like that.
Spider-Juan trying to make use of that flash advantage, and he was really pushing his limits here. And now he does not have the teleport, so he will have to walk back to lane. But is coming with a longsword and rejuve bead. Apologician is here on the bot side of the map. Kiora looks like he's just going to accept his fate right here, not try to go burn any sums. And that's going to be an easy first blood for Come Shoot Faster. But Bliss gets pulled right in, and without flash, he has no target to be able to stand behind. And Bliss is going to go down, and that's a double kill for Come Shoot Faster.
Huge play by the bot lane. Actually, as Kiora was dying, they actually... Homie went directly into Bliss. He had no time to react, and that's huge because Rawr was looking to their bot lane to carry this game, but now they've been behind, and they're really losing to a Jhin that can outscale a Lucian.
Especially with that Dark Harvest rune, if you get the stack snowballing, then once you get hit that 4th bullet in the mid-game, late-game with enough stacks, you can pretty much one-shot people, which is very disgusting to see. Skateboard Dog actually has a perfect execution and bringing Spider-Juan down to lethal here. Forces Spider-Juan to flash away. No, not like this! Kirby says, yoink! Take that! Oh, wait. As I love you, say it
Say it back.
Yeah, that's Kirby. I love you, say it back. Oh, it's not, or it is? Oh, wait a minute. All right. Well,
It was pretty misplay by the Akali. She actually, before her last takeoff ult, she didn't actually proc the final execute on her Q. She probably could have killed him with that, and even maybe survive the Karthus ult. But Karthus does get a good map awareness by him, and that does get him rolling.
oh, Heartshaker Sana. I'm so stupid, man. Why do people name change? Please, I can't keep up with all this.
Is that an insult to call him, Kirby?
I don't know. I thought. I know I had this discussion with someone before, and as soon as I saw the Lux being played by I Love You Say It Back, I was like, oh yeah, it is Heartshaker Sana. Meanwhile, yeah, Skateboard Dog actually taking a lot of damage from Blockboard Ramsey and Spider-Juan, but Politician being there is able to get the counter gate successfully. Bliss being pulled right back in, but that's going to be concussive stacks easily applied to X-Homie, and Comes You Faster still trying to match the damage. Does have that BF Sword advantage to the Vamp Scepter.
Is this Takali the normal top for Scum Gang, or is it a different player? This is the normal person? I have no idea. I was wondering. But we do see that high coming top slide. Just really apologies, I might be coming back. He is on a ward though. He's trying to
hook, nice play, pulls QR right in, the ignited taking down, the heal is there, and X-Homie gives him the whip on the back. Gonna be able to pick up a kill for himself. Meanwhile, the curtain call does come out. Not finding Bliss right now, and no fourth shot will give him the kill.
Yeah, missed some of those. They do get to push in this wave though, and just continue to snowball this lane, which Rawr drafted a winning lane, and it's really bad if they aren't winning lane as they are right now.
Well, it really do be like that sometimes.
They do get a couple of tower platings, just pushing them even more ahead, especially with this demolish on Defresh.
Yeah, already that is about 320 gold being split among X-Homie and Come On Shoot Faster. So already the gold lead is starting to spiral ahead for the side of Scum Gang. 2,000 up at just under 10 minutes.
Yeah, most of their lanes seem to be winning. Mid lanes, I mean, obviously the Karthus is winning with that ultimate, but he is still getting out-farmed, and the seems to be lagging a bit. But the top lane's still 12 CS ahead, 11 CS ahead, even with that death, and obviously the bot lane is getting really well off for the side of Scum Gang.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kiora, even though not doing too well in terms of gold, still keeping up CS, does have that Cutlass and the Dagger, so is still well on his way to complete that Blade of the Rune King. However, with Come On Shoot Faster being able to complete that Storm Razor right now, they're going to have to be careful. And if a hook finds Kiora, going to whip him back, try to get the Blade down as well, and Bliss has taken a brunt of the damage, and that should almost be death, but Bliss living with a sliver of health. Blockboy Ramsey does come in at the last second and fends him off for now.
And with that Storm Razor and that Dark Harvest, he's just generating so much pressure. He's so far ahead. Obviously, he was almost able to really just kill Bliss in 4 shots there, and this is going to be a problem for Rawr to have to deal with the entire rest of the game.
Uh-oh. Wait, Spider-Juan, we've seen this story before, but who comes out on top? Spider-Juan could potentially be the victor here, but Skateboard Dog already flashing away and using the perfect execution. Oh, not again!
Happened again. He gets the same way. That keeps happening. That Karthus could get really far ahead.
Man.
Especially with those Dark Harvest.
Yeah. That's tilting right there.
It is.
Oh, man. Well, Skateboard Dog coming close in these 1v1s, only to be finished off by a mid laner 3 screens away with the press of a button. We do see Blockboy Ramsey getting caught out, having to flash away. The Deadly Flourish does not land for the stun, but Politician is there to still keep them at bay as they look to control vision on the bot side of the map.
Yeah, Blade on the back now. Just gonna look to Kali push for free, and it just seems that even with the kills that have been going over to Karthus, this time it looks to be doing fine in lane, and the bot lane just gonna continue to get farther and farther ahead and just exert more pressure on the map.
Right. And I love you say it back is seemingly going for a heavier scaling build. I wonder what the once Rod of Ages is completed, if she if I love you say it back then decides to opt into full penetration, Nomicon penetration boots, and then potentially a death cap, or if he will go for a Luden's Echo afterwards for the 20% CDR.
He could really go for either. I feel like Luden's might be more of a first item, so if he's not going for that, he could just be going for more of a defensive build. Obviously, he's going to be being looked as one of the main carries late game, as Lucian obviously doesn't really scale too well. Still does damage, but not nearly as much as Carlos will be doing.
Right. The good thing you do have that late game insurance, because right now, Kiora and Bliss, you know, like you pointed out before, Jace, this lane was supposed to be winning. These guys were supposed to be having the priority to push. Meanwhile, topside, Paul Justin is going to get found out right here. He does flash away and uses the collateral damage as another tool of escape. And Arlight is there along with Skateboard Dog trying to get the counter gank. And the perfect execution finally finds a target onto Block Boy Remzi. He's able to take the jungler down. And I love you say it back, does not have enough mana to be able to retaliate. Meanwhile, on the bot side of the map, Bliss going for the Glacial Pitcher, does hit up X-Homie. The Culling's being massive here, putting out a lot of damage, but they both flash away. Kamanchu Faster does use the heal to keep his support alive. But it looks like that'll be the end of that for now.
That was really good kiting by Homie. Not only got his ADC out of the harm's way, he also got himself out of harm's way and just played that really, really well. And they just continue to just rack up these pressure and just pressure in the bot side.
Right.
Put it on there.
It definitely could have been a situation where Kiora and Bliss finally take back some control, but with Kamanchu Faster still being quite healthy in this lane versus Kiora, who does have that Cutlass with a sustain, puts him in a really good position. Meanwhile, top, once again, Spotter Quan is here, but this time Apologician is here for the counter gank. Spotter Quan does have the flash. Oh, no.
Happened again. He's going for it. He's going for it.
Oh, and he's going to go. He has
it.
the remount. He misses it. My game client is freezing up. Spotter Quan loses Scar once again. Apologician does not have collateral damage. He's not going to be able to pick up a kill here, but, oh, man, you gotta hate to be Skateboard Dog right now, having died 3 times all the same way.
This is very unlucky, but it doesn't really excuse the fact that Akali is really supposed to win this lane, or at least do well in this lane, and at least get a farm advantage and just scale, but that scaling is going to take a much farther time. Especially, she did buy the Dark Seal, and that's not really getting any use. She's having to opt into these Merc trades very early, so it's going to limit her getting her Morelli Nomicon and Gunblade extremely late, and Rawr might be able to play around that.
Yeah, and it's funny that she did go for the Mercury Tread so early on, because yes, you have been getting bamboozled by this Requiem from I Love You Say It Back 3 times now. But other than the CC reduction, Spotter Quan has no magic damage in his kit whatsoever. It's all physical damage, and you would think that maybe you would want to optimize into some armor instead, just to be able to win these 1v1s before it comes to the deciding factor of a Karthus ulti.
Yeah, Karthus really being the only AP threat in general on Rawr, and while Camille, obviously, she can't really be counted because most of her damage isn't true damage. You still have the Lucian and the Braum, who doesn't really do much damage, so just honestly, I personally would have gone for it, and I feel like it's not as gold efficient as Merc Treads would have been, or as Ninja Tabis would have been.
Right. Well, fortunately for Skateboard Dog cannot... Well, you know, if you're getting tired of getting killed by Karthus from downtown all the time, Skateboard Dog is just going to go for the kill on I Love You Say It Back, but he gets scuffed by the Hextech Ultimatum, puts him right in his place, and Block Boy Remzi and Spotter Quan are there for the counter gank, successfully denying the kill on I Love You Say It Back.
Yeah, I don't even... he missed his W. I don't really... honestly, he didn't really need to hit the E onto Karthus to kill him. He could have just E'd backwards, which would have put him closer to Karthus just to get the auto and another Q in, and then get his ult out. But obviously, has a little bit of a misplay, but that does cost him another death.
How tilted would one be to be in Skateboard Dog shoes right now? That is, that's my question.
Yikes. You see, some pings going down bot side. Just looks for a full reset on both teams. They're trying to. They do seem to be. Rawr just seem to be going for Riptide though.
Yeah, they do have control of the top side after Skateboard Dog falling. And Apologician I mean, he's slowly moving over to the top side of the map, but with control already from Spider-Juan and Blockboy Remzi, they are looking for this Rift Herald. But, all right, Skateboard Dog does fly himself over the wall. Politician is there for the assisted. Skateboard Dog now finally using the shuriken backflip backward. Oh, damn! Arlight comes in with the grenade and explodes them with some rockets.
I think Rawr should just given up that Rift Herald. They weren't really in a position to fight it. Their mid laner wasn't even really in a position to really rotate either. So they shouldn't have just. They would have lost the Rift Herald anyways. But now they lose a Rift Herald plus two members and possibly a top lane turret.
And this is gonna be an easy tier 1 turret pickup here for this Rift Herald. First charge comes out, and if they're able to protect this Rift Herald, they could potentially do a lot of damage to the second tier turret, potentially take it down as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of damage with the first turret. We just see Hearts getting hooked.
Oh man, Flay into Deadly Flourish does put a lot of damage down, but Arlight cannot get past the Unbreakable Shield for the final killing blow, and I love you say it back. He's going to have to play a little bit more careful, but we'll be grateful that Bliss was there.
Yeah, Bliss did, but obviously with those 2 kills, Heimerdinger was basically able to get that back up to where Karthus was in terms of damage.
Oh my god.
He dies to the turrets.
Wait, what is happening? People are dying to turrets. People are dying to Karthus ulti. Actually, the Karthus ulti never went off. Blackboy Renzi picked it up and escaped. Spider-Juan going for, come on, shoot fast, forcing him to flash over the wall. X-Homie flashing backwards as well, but he's not going to be able to escape the wrath of Spider-Juan on this Kled.
Yeah, Spider-Juan. One of his signature picks, he always is known for just putting good ults down, and they're going to be able to take a mid turret off this.
Easy pickup here for the side of Rawr KSG, able to swing the gold lead a little bit back in their favor. They're still down 1,000, but considering that the gold lead was much more massive for the side of Scum Gang earlier on, this does put some relief inside of Rawr.
Yeah, they're also going to be able to get this crowd uncontested. So they're trying to call their way back into the game. Obviously, their bot lane is still losing a little bit, but Pled's doing fine for himself. Rimsey, I think, is doing fine for himself, and the Carlos is doing really well. So they're in a good position to really snowball this game.
And we have to go back to Apologician in this composition, because we talked about how Apologician loves playing this Graves because he just, I mean, he will. It's not to say that he is non-existent on the map, but he does prefer going for more of a counter jungling heavy farm style. As you are on this Graves, you're able to farm up massively. He's already has a serrated Dirk. Looks like he's also working on maybe the components of a Phage into a Black Cleaver. He also has a cloth armor as well, so I'm not really sure what his next priority will be on this Graves, but he is about 500 gold over Blockboy Remzi right now. And with his team advantage, he is pushing forward.
Yeah, he's about 20 CS up, just really out farming this Camille. Camille known to be one of the weaker jungle farmers, and he's just really using that advantage, and is a good portion of this gold lead for Scum Gang right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of the trade-offs you can expect. When you're not like an SS tier jungler, you either get to have amazing gank prowess, or amazing farming abilities, or amazing scaling. And usually some kind of combination of only one or two of the options.
They're all just perfect junglers, though, of course. Now, we do see the Kali finally getting that Gunblade. Very late, but once she gets that Gunblade, that does put a lot of power, especially to one-shot something like that. Even Camille or the Lucian, really Camille, Lucian, or Karthus are really big threats that you can one-shot now.
Definitely. That Gunblade is a huge power spike for Skateboard Dog on this Akali. And even though earlier on, that laning phase was looking pretty rough there, Jace. Just getting clapped by Karthus 3 times at the end of a very close 1v1 with Spider-Juan, but now, potentially, especially since I Love You Say It Back is going for the double penetration within the Oblivion Orb and penetration boots, should be fairly easy to assassinate from Skateboard Dog.
Yeah, they don't really seem to be only Rimsey with MR boots. Everyone else looking pretty squishy to the Akali right now. Or Darksteel. Really still not doing much, but once she gets that Morale and Omicron, she really is going to become a threat.
Even though no penetration boots, still 15 flat magic penetration will do a lot of work to anyone that does not have any magic resist. Right now, that is pretty much Block Boy, I Love You Say It Back, and Kiora. And Sparta Juan does have has no magic resist, but he is building a lot of health, so he will be a little bit more durable than his teammates at the moment. But the other thing is that Sparta Juan is running only on brown bags at the moment. We do have the charge coming out. And he's pushing forward, but Blockboy Remzi's a little too late, and he's just going to get absolutely blown up. The rest of the team was not there, but they're going to push on forward, and I Love You Say It Back is going in for the Karthus ultimate, but he was micro-stunned by Skateboard Dog. No Requiem damage actually came out, and I Love You Say It Back did not get to be useful in that fight whatsoever. He's getting chased by Skateboard Dog and the curtain call. And it looks like this should be an easy Baron pickup for Scum Gang. Actually, they're just going to turn tail towards mid lane. You got this. Come on.
Whew. Okay, didn't mess that one up. That was a very good micro stun by the Macaulay, though. Really, honestly, saved the fight. Someone played that fight really well. Really just absorbing the engage from Rawr, splitting them up, and just taking them out one by one.
Yeah, it definitely didn't look like Rawr was on the same page because Spider Juan engaging very early with the charge, and then as soon as he dipped out, Blockboy Remzi goes in with the hook shot, and I don't even know if I don't think he used Hextech Ultimatum in that fight, and just the rest of the team was not there. Kiora and Bliss were a little too far away from the engage, and between all the burst damage that Scum Gang does have, yes, they don't have any dinks, as you pointed out before, Jace, but it doesn't matter if you don't go in as a cohesive unit. If you go in one by one, it's very easy for these high damage threats from Scum Gang to take you out.
Yeah, we do see the Akali. She did get that shutdown going on Karthus, so she was kind of clawing her way back into the game, getting back into that. But she does seem to be going for a Zonya's second item, which not necessarily I disagree with. I just feel like maybe a Morella would have been better, but that it will be able to allow her to go in, absorb a lot of pressure with that Zonya's, and allow her team to follow up behind her.
Right. And it could also be that the armor you do get from the Seekers into the Zonya's might help a little bit with that 1v1 matchup into Kled if she continues split pushing. But, I mean, either or, the penetration from Relanonicon definitely would have been nice, as well as the Grievous Wounds with Bliss. Getting caught out by the Deadly Flourish, does have the stand behind me to be able to jump to Kiora, but he gets pulled by X-Homie with the flash hook. He's not going to fall yet because Spider Juan is on the backside of the kite. Apologist gets shut down by Spider Juan, and now the rest of the fight, it looks like it could be up to Rawr, but Skateboard Dog already taken out one with the perfect execution, and there's the stopwatch play, using the Shuriken backflip to get even further into the backline. I Love You Say It Back, the only one left alive after everything, still has the Requiem in case they want to try their chances at Baron, but they know better. They're going to go for this inhibitor.
The Zonya's actually working out really well for the Akali. They're just able to really dash in at the end of that fight. When they are focused on her, she's Zonya's, and then the Jin and Heimer will really just allow her to free poke and clean up that fight very easily. Do you see they might be trying to rotate towards Baron? Maybe they're just clearing out vision. They have to really watch out for if Rawr wants to try to rush that or try to engage them on the backside of this.
And if they take too much MR shred from this Baron while they are trying to burn it down, I Love You Say It Back could always sit in Fog of War and cast that Requiem and get a lot of damage down. I mean, imagine the MR shred plus the 33 magic penetration from I Love You Say It Back already with these Oblivion Orb and the Sorcerer's Boots. I mean, whew, it's going to be a lot of damage.
It's spicy, especially obviously if you didn't understand this with the Dark Harvest too. That's really just going to proc because it's so low. So you're just going to be able to really burst some of these people down from even above half health if you really get enough damage going. And it's going to be a huge threat. They're going to really have to... If the Akali can continue to micro-stun them with her ultimate, that obviously will work very well, but they're going to have to find an answer to this Karthus.
Right. We do see that he is sitting on 5 stacks at the moment, so it's not the most stacks that you could have at 26 minutes into the game. Usually you're hoping to be above the 10-minute mark or 10 stacks. Oh, well, that's charge. And Now they're out. Oh, no. I take it all back. Deadly Flourish into hook. Into the rockets from downtown as Arlight picks up Spider-Juan easily. Right.
Yeah, Homie has just been extremely good with these hooks. He's just been landing them on key targets, pulling them back from me. Just see the ult coming out from Karthus.
All right, how much damage is it? Oh, crap! But thankfully, X-Homie does have the redemption to be able to heal them back up to a substantial amount. And it doesn't look like Rawr will be able to contest this Baron. That's going to be Baron buff going over for Scum Gang.
Yeah, that will be huge. Also, with this, you do have the TP advantage as well on the Akali, so really all you have to do now is just put her in a side lane with the Baron minions. It does exert a lot of pressure. She can die very easily with her W, and someone's going to really have to start answering this Akali, as she has gotten back into the game. She has 8 stacks that completed Zonias, and she's really actually a threat now. They just see me going for the top side.
Skateboard Dog having his little mini anime arc redemption story after dying 3 times in lanes the same old way. Says, I don't care what happened. You only look to the future and try to make up for there. And Skateboard Dog has been a massive influence in these last few team fights here. And already they're using the Baron buff to great success as they take down the inhibitor turret on the top side of the map. Blockboy Remzi cannot protect. I Love You Say It Back will live for now, but the fight is still going on in Scum Gang's favor, and the perfect execution is used going down on the Blockboy Remzi. Skateboard Dog does not have Zonias to be able to use. The culling does take down a Politician. They might be trying to fight back as much as they can. Come on, shoot faster, trying to get as much damage. But he's taking curse! What are you doing? And he has wait, did he DC? Did you
come out of DC? They're still going for the fight though.
They are still going for the fight. They're taking advantage of it. I Love You Say It Back, getting a double kill on top of everything.
Just sieging.
Oh man!
Then the pause comes out.
And there is the pause.
Holy moly.
Jace, what the hell happened, dude?
I don't know. The Akali, what I did see with the Akali was she went in for the killing the onto Rimsey on the Camille, but Rimsey perfect timing ulted him and was able to get the Sterox off, which saved him from death and really was able to turn that fight around. And then the Jhin out of nowhere just tanking like 3 or 4 tower shots and just basically face tanking, which killed him pretty easily. But they did get a turret with the Baron minions though.
Well,
I have no idea what happened there.
Yeah, no, progress is being made. And I wonder how long Come On Shoot Faster was in the process of disconnecting, which is like because it was strange at first just watching him stand there, not even kiting. He was just continuously trying to auto down. I don't even know who he was going for, but just tanking turret shots. That's quite unlucky. So we're just waiting for Come On Shoot Faster to be able to reconnect back to his game. It looks like Blockboy Remzi also disconnected as well. So there's a lot of disconnections going on right here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait for them to get back in. But it seems obviously having DCs, so. See. What Rawr wants to do, I mean, what Scum wants to do is they still have time on that Baron. They obviously probably just want to honestly just split up. Just start sieging all 3 lanes, obviously. You probably want to put your Akali bot lane, preferably. Or just wait for this dragon to come up. I think it's coming up fairly soon, but just try to start suffocating Rawr inside of their base with all these minions and all these super minions that you're going to have flooding in. And they don't really have too many ways to really deal with them effectively. So you're really just going to have free objectives to take, and you might just be able to run away with this.
Right. And with Baron buff minions, the wave clear coming out from the side of Rawr, KSG isn't the greatest that you could get. You could culling 1 wave, but that is your ultimate cooldown. Karthus has to walk up and be able to start defiling all the minions in order to get the most or the maximum use of his wave clear potential. But then it opens him up to being picked off by these laser hooks that we're seeing from X-Homie and the follow-up from the Deadly Flourish from Come On Shoot.
Yeah, especially with the he doesn't even have his Zonias or stopwatch yet, so
Jesus.
Very vulnerable. And pretty much Spoder1 and Rimsey, they don't really do anything either unless they have to walk up and obviously basically risk an engage from Scum Gang.
Yeah, and even with Spoder1's durability here, it is just a little too risky trying to step it that far. So I think you're right here, Jace. The next call for the side of Scum Gang is to either just have the rest of the team push in through this inhibitor turret, and then have a Kali being splitting on the top side of the map, being able to rotate to mid every now and then to get that wave rolling in as fast as possible. I mean, the inhibitors are already down, so there's no objectives for you to take, but being able to corral those minions in and put that pressure onto your last Nexus turret then forces them to try and defend. It pulls them away from your third inhibitor turret, and then once you get all 3 inhibitors down, then you got double supers, and that's just
the
sucks.
problem. That basically just guarantees a free Baron because they're basically just going to be on wave control and wave clearing, because every single time they clear a wave, another wave comes, and they have to send 20 to 30 seconds clearing 2 super minions. And perfect timing. This Standards reconnect and this Infernal Dragon is up in less than 50 seconds.
It definitely could be a juicy objective for the side of Scum Gang to pick up if they don't feel like ending the game within the next minute or so. But Skateboard Dog is exiting the base as he does have very low health. And RLI does not have that much mana to be able to compensate for trying to take this inhibitor turret or this Nexus turret. More than likely, we will see a reset. Maybe some vision, preemptive vision going down onto the dragon. Look to control the dragon there for the side of Scum Gang. And then you can base your decision off there. Do we want to just set up for Baron and wait for that objective? Or can you implement just a kind of a winning push strategy, the 1-4, without the Baron buff?
Yeah, they really have a lot of options to kind of tackle this. We should be getting the game very soon. Frenzy joins back. A bit of banter back and forth in the chat.
Unfortunately I can't see the chat because I have it turned off on my client. All right, JC, this is what we're gonna do. I did this one time with another caster just to kind of buy some time. We're gonna play like 20 questions, but with League, right? So, all right. So just all right. I'm thinking of something. It's League of Legends related, and so you just 20 questions to be able to figure it out.
Is it a champion?
Yes.
Is it a girl?
No.
Is it a Yordle?
No.
Is it a... What lane?
What? Yes or no questions.
Oh, that was... Okay. Top lane.
Yes.
Akali?
Nope. Akali's a girl. Hello? You just said isn't...
Right. It is a top, like the main role is a top.
Yes.
Is it a human?
I don't think so.
Male, not human. Is it void?
No.
What else could there be? Renekton?
No.
Nasus.
No.
Aatrox.
There you go. Aatrox.
Shout out to Red Tiger. Oh, we're back in the game.
Oh, hey! The 20 questions always speeds up the pause.
Of course. Just seem to be clearing this waves out. Scum Gang probably looking for this once they get all back up. We're going to be looking for the dragon soon.
Yep.
And Rawr really isn't really probably just going to answer them. So.
Yeah, and even though it's not 3 waves of super minions at the moment, it is still 2, and it's enough to keep the side of Rawr KSG at bay for now. Infernal Dragon does come up in the next 10 seconds. Actually, it's not a Infernal Dragon. We got debated, dude. It's a Cloud Dragon coming up.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, it always looks like an Infernal Dragon in the top left.
Right, yeah, the freaking top left scuffed us so hard.
Indie company, by the way.
Yeah,
They
small.
just seem to be taking the Dragon Knight either way. So we'll be the second one. This could make rotation a bit easier, but I don't think it'll have much effect as they're already so close. When you get to so close, the damage base, it takes about 4 or 5 seconds to get from each lane to another. But they do seem to be going towards this bot turn right now.
And Scum Gang are just slowly taking out vision here, mainly provided by X-Homie to make sure that their push through this bot side of the map is uncontested. And there's no jungle flanks that Spider-Juan could potentially do with the charge. They want to be able to keep tabs on their weak sides during the siege.
Yeah, just I think Scum Gang has played really well around the Spider-Juan engages in the Kled. They two of their main engages in the engage possible targets both have Zonias in the Akali and the Heimerdinger, and Jin having really good peel this game from X-Homie, really good on the Thresh, so they can just able to absorb that pressure very easily.
Just like that, the inhibitor turret is already fallen, and the inhibitor is at 50% health. And a hook does land on Kiora and gets a nice play onto Bliss and him as well. Karth is being able to get a nice Requiem down, but it's not enough damage. Curtain Call does come out. He has to keep himself at base. Spider-Juan doing as much as he can, but he's getting brought down. Rockboy Ramsey does fall to a Curtain Call shot. Deadly Flourish, and the hook do miss, but it's still 2 members down on the side of Rawr KSG as Scum Gang are looking to push their victory in, assuring game 1 will be theirs to have. And Bliss gives up the thumbs up, courtesy of Rammus, says, okay, let's move on to game 2. And Scum Gang, they lead the series 1-0.
Very good play by there. We were able to pick it up, helped out Akali, kind of get out of that early game, use their winning bot lane to just snowball. Homie had some incredible hooks on the Thresh that was just able to really absorb that pressure, like I've been saying, and then counter that with a hook, with a catch out, and then just into the team following up on him. Akali playing really well to the end of the game, picking it up herself. I don't know what that Caulfield's Warhammer was, but had a really good Zonias, was able to zone off the back line and just allow them to win that game 1.
Yeah, I wonder if does the new Death Stance work well with within Akali? Because I imagine maybe that's what that build was, or maybe it was a Hex Drinker, Maw Malmortius build.
Maybe a Maw. I don't really think you need a Maw versus 1 AP threat. I'd like the Morello more personally, but maybe you know something I don't know.
Yeah. And a couple of unsung heroes in this game as well are Apologician and Aralite. They're pretty quiet for the early game, but Apologician was there for a couple counter ganks that did put Skateboard Dog back on the map, as well as ensuring that bot lane continuously had that pressure to be able to snowball off of. And then Aralite, I mean, there's some team fights where landed a really sick, nasty grenade stun, and the rockets that came out was, whew.
Yeah, it was really good. He got that double kill at Rift and just able to snowball that. And the biggest thing was he basically added another threat that Rawr had to deal with. So even if they had killed the Jhin, they still had this incredibly fed Heimer that's doing all this damage to deal with too, and they just couldn't really get both of them down and killed while having to deal with Apollo diving, while having to deal with the Thresh hooks, and while dealing with the Akali diving into your backline. And he just provided that extra threat that Scum Gang really needed in that late game.
Absolutely. And we're going to have to throw it to intermission, folks, as we get ready for game 2 and see how well Scum Gang can push their momentum and if Rawr KSG can adapt. We'll be right back. Teleport, so he will have to walk back to lane, but is coming with a longsword and rejuve bead. Apologician is here on the bot side of the map. Kiora looks like he's just gonna accept his fate right here and not try to go burn any sums, and that's gonna be an easy first blood for Come Shoot Faster. But Bliss gets pulled right in, and without flash, he has no target to be able to stand behind, and Bliss is gonna go down, and that's a double kill for Come Shoot Faster. Juan and Blockboy Ramsey, they are looking for this Rift Herald. But, oh. All right, Skateboard Dog. Does fly himself over the wall. Politician is there for the assisted. Skateboard Dog, yeah, finally using the shuriken backflip backward. Ooh. Oh, damn! Arlight comes in with the grenade and explodes them with some rockets. Running only on brown bags at the moment. We do have the charge coming out. And he's pushing forward, but Blockboy Remzi's a little too late, and he's just going to get absolutely blown up. The rest of the team was not there, but they're going to push on forward, and I Love You Save Pack is going in for the Karthus ultimate, but he was micro-stunned by Skateboard Dog. No Requiem damage actually came out, and I Love You Save Pack did not get to be useful in that fight whatsoever. Caught out by the Deadly Flourish, does have the stand behind me to be able to jump to Kiora, but he gets pulled by X-Homie with the flash hook. He's not going to fall yet because Spider-Juan is on the backside of the fight. Apologist gets shut down by Spider-Juan, and now the rest of the fight, it looks like it could be up to Rawr, but Skateboard Dog already taken out one with the perfect execution, and there's the stopwatch play, using the shuriken backflip to get even further into the backline. I Love You Say It Back, the only one left alive after everything. Still has the Requiem. He's already fallen, and Inhibitor is at 50% health. And a hook does land on the Kiora and gets a nice play onto Bliss and him as well. Karthus being able to get a nice Requiem down, but it's not enough damage. Curtain Call does come out. He has to keep himself at base. Spider-Juan doing as much as he can, but he's getting brought down. Blockboy Remzi does fall to a Curtain Call shot. Deadly Flourish and the hook do miss, but it's still 2 members down on the side of Rawr KSG.
bring to fall the giants? Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we bring to fall the giants? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of a world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die when the world's calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. They're written down in eternity, but you'll never see the price it costs. The scars collected all their lives. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and avenge defeat. Before it all starts, they suffer through harm just to touch a dream. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into game 2 of the Gold Final series between the Scum Gang and Rawr KSG. We just saw Scum Gang absolutely take down Rawr KSG after being able to go for double inhibitor push and then just come back for one more final push onto the bot side of the map. And Great Jace, what do Rawr KSG have to do in this draft phase in order to kind of get a better foot for game 2?
Maybe they want to put Spider-Man on top. You know, Spider-Man was also playing really well with the mix with the Spider-Man. The mid lane was playing really well. I don't think maybe they should put their bot lane. I don't know, maybe more passive because maybe they might not be good enough or not good enough, but they might not be playing the way that needs to be played. That they can have an aggressive lane and really snowball that. So if they want to put on a passive lane, Kiora is a very good late game champion player, and I believe that the mid and top played really well for Rawr.
So definitely playing on the strengths of the solo laners, and they had pretty decent success for themselves, as you mentioned. But definitely getting Kiora and Bliss onto a lane that does not have to be as aggressive early on, because with that Lucian Braum, they should have been winning that lane, but it didn't really work out well for them in the end. And when you're already behind the pace as a Lucian Braum, I mean, yeah, the Braum will still be useful as a tank and utility, but the Lucian is not going to do as well as the game goes on.
Yeah, we do see the same bans come out from Scum Gang. They just says, well, if it works, let's just keep doing it. We do see the Heimer getting banned by Rawr. They don't really want to play against that again. They, I think it was too good. And the Karthus getting first picked. Wow.
Hot damn. Skateboard Dog saying, you know what? I'm tired of getting scuffed by a point and click global insta kill ulti from 3 screens away, from a lane away, after barely going even with Spider-Man in these 1v1 all-ins. But Rawr KSG looking to potentially pick up their bot lane right here as they lock in the Alistar for support, and we're gonna have to see what this next rotation is, and it's actually going to be the Graves taken away from Apologician by Remzi.
Yeah, the Graves, he really just deny that. Alistar, still a very good champion, so very good support. And to go back to the Karthus, they really did pick that to not only give the cards to them because Karthus is a really good champion, but to further pinch Say It Back's pull. Because he obviously, he plays these slow champions, and you're just taking all these really neutralizing champions away from him, and he's gonna have to play something that he might not be as comfortable with, or they might not be as good on. And we do see the Thresh coming out as well.
Yeah, I mean, X-Homie did such a fantastic job on that Thresh that I think it was a pleasant surprise for both of us, as we had no idea or had seen X-Homie play on this champion before. Not to say that he's never have, but we just haven't personally seen it. And he impressed us. And now we do see the Nocturne being locked in as the answer for Apologician.
Yeah, might not be trying to go for an early game with that Nocturne. Obviously, Graves probably beats him early game, but that global threat combined with the Karthus, you might be able to blow someone up just going in with globals, hit him with the Nocturne and with the Karthus at the same time. You could blow some up very fast and do a lot of damage very quickly.
Right, and it could be advantageous for Scum Gang then to lock in a champion for. We still don't know if this Karthus is going mid, if it's going bot lane, if it's even. I mean, good gracious! I mean, we've seen Karthus in the jungle, we've seen it top lane. It could really go anywhere, and I would be curious to see if they went as far as to flex Nocturne mid just to put Karthus jungle, but we don't really know for sure at this point.
Yeah, we do see the Ezreal. I think we might have said that, but really champion for Yuri. Obviously, like I was saying earlier, just play a bit of more passive bot lane, allow your solo carries to lane, and just obviously use Kiora as a late game insurance, and just allowing him to just play what he wants to play. And for the bans for Rawr, Akali, and Galio, Akali had struggled early, but was able to come back late. Akali's still a very good champion, so they said we don't really want that for Spoder, and we just want to force his top lane on a different pick.
Right. Skateboard Dog not going to be able to get that Akali once again. Despite the early bad start, the Lux has been locked in for I Love You, Say It Back. And that's going to be more than likely. I mean, it could be a blind pick. It could be her answer to Karthus. It would do pretty well into that lane. But unless the Lissandra gets locked in, I mean, it could still be flex the top lane. But this last pick, hopefully, will tell us all what is going to happen here, Jace.
Yeah, and they did a really good job pitching her pull. They forced on something like Lux. Not a bad champion, maybe, especially if it's comfort, but not nearly as good as some of these other picks. You can and
What
the Casio
the fuck?
team. You know. What's this team?
Huh?
I have no idea where any of these champions are go.
All right, well, so
Splitter doesn't even know what to counter pick.
yeah, Sparta's like, all right, guys, who am I going up against? Like, dude, you're going up against Lissandra top.
I'd say Lissandra top, most likely.
Yeah,
That's what makes sense to me.
we're gonna have to see. Oh no, did they actually bamboozle Spotter one here?
Cassiopeia.
Dude, it's Hoonie.
That would be a Hoonie pick.
Oh man,
I don't know. Maybe. I just don't think it'd be that good of a pick, especially if Spoder can get that hook on the Cassiopeia. She might just be taking a very bad trade. The only thing I might be able to see is maybe if Spoder goes in, use that dash, she could try to put her W.
Mhm.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
W down. Maybe allow him not to dash that second time and try to kite him out. But I don't know what's gonna happen.
right. Well, I think the way that matchup has to be played and the idea behind it is that you're looking to harass Spotter Juan from a distance, just constantly poke him out with your Noxious Blast and your Twin Fangs. And if I don't know, because you have to remember that Miasma has like a cast range where you have to throw it out a minimum distance away from you. You can't just like throw it on top of yourself.
Yeah,
which is-
because it kind of goes on an arc, yeah.
yeah, which is unfortunate because whenever people do get on top of you, sometimes you want to just be able to W yourself, then flash away as they're grounded within that cloud. But you probably then have to anticipate when they're looking to close the gap onto you and throw your miasma out beforehand, catch them in there, and then they're not able to move, and then you just try to kite them out as much as you can. And Skateboard Dog went with Arcane Comet versus the Phase Rush, which is the common
Really
keystone.
weird.
So Skateboard Dog is actually putting an emphasis on just
Pokemon.
just pure poke. So we
I
could
don't really agree with that because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you know something I don't, but we're arguing a pause here. But
Mhm.
if you had the Phage Rush, you could be able to kite out Splitter a little bit and also not resist that stun from the Q and just be able to, maybe put the play. We put the W even behind him if he can't put it on top of him, so Splitter has to run out of that W and has to do something.
Mhm.
And Splitter going back to that press the attack, he doesn't want to do the grasp anymore. Maybe not. Maybe it's a matchup thing for him. But we do see. What I realize is Scum is doing the same thing he did last game. They're not really having any tanks. They don't have really a front line, but they're fine with that. They don't really. They said we don't really need a front line. We can play these team fights well. We can play these team fights to what we need. Homie can be what a front line he needs to be to an extent, and we can really just kite them back and play the team fights how we want to play them.
Yeah, this is. I mean, when you have a confident team and you're able to execute on it, then there is really no need to play with the tank. The tankiest person you've got here is actually a toss-up between Arlight and X-Homie, because X-Homie's not a real tank, but Arlight
Yeah.
with Aftershock, and then of course the Frozen Tomb, and then most of the items that you do build on Lissandra, is composed of health components, the Proto Belt, the Morel Nomicon, Zonia's Hourglass also giving you some durability stats in the armor. You have decent engage, but you also have power and damage behind it. So you're able to get the best of both worlds in this case if you're able to execute it properly.
Yeah, game start back up. I'll pause right again.
God damn it.
All seems to be having a little bit of trouble.
All right. Well, you know what that means, Jace. Let's do
20 questions.
20
I'll do this.
questions.
I'll do it this time.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
do it
okay.
this time.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Is it an item?
No.
Is it a champion?
No.
Oh, League of Legends related. Is it a map?
No.
Okay. Is it a pro player?
No.
Is it a... Oh, wait. I said item, champion, map, 3, pro player, 4. Is it a popular League of Legends streamer?
No.
What the hell? 5. What? Is it a skin?
No.
Okay. Number 7. Is it purchasable from the League of Legends client shop?
No. Well, in a way it is.
Oh.
In a way it is.
Oh,
Not
oh.
a skin, but in a way it is.
Okay, but it's purchasable from the shop.
In a way, yes.
Is it a type of currency?
No.
Okay, so it's not blue essence or tokens or
No.
Gummies doesn't count. Kappa. I'll put that. We're at number 9. Or maybe we're on number 10. This is about to be question 10. And is it an icon?
Yes.
What the?
The thing is an icon, but it's not actually an icon. You know what I mean? It's put into an icon, but it's not actually an icon.
Is it a professional team?
No.
Oh,
Where is it? No.
Oh my.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
What the hell? Is it a icon border?
No, it's something that's in the game that was put into an icon. But the
Is it
thing
Earth?
itself is
Is it
what?
Earth?
No.
Damn it. Is it a Poro?
No.
Oh my god.
Minions have spawned.
Oof. All right. Well, I'm on question 13. And we
Wrong
are
side
on...
drop top, by the way, Gummy.
Oh, I think he's working on it.
All right.
Gotta. Thank you for letting us
You
know.
want me to tell you?
Yeah. What was it?
Romp.
Oh my god! Ah! I didn't even ask about monsters or. Oh, I'm.
I was wondering when you're gonna ask about him. I was to this game. It's probably gonna get it trade early.
Well, you know, if Skateboard Dog had phase rush, he would have been able to kite that out better. No cap. I'm just...
Yikes. I just don't. I personally, maybe he knows something I do. Maybe he's big brain. Maybe he's innovative like Victor Top, but
I will say he started out with Dorn's Ring and then he swapped it out to Corrupting Potion, which I agree with, because you will get much better harass in this lane, and you're gonna have, and if you're running the Tonic Time Warp Potion, you'll be able to get longer corrupting stacks. You'll still have the burn as well with Scorch, so just trying to poke out Spider-Quan as much as you can. However, Bliss, even though they're not level 2 yet, they are still willing to walk up in the faces of Come On Shoot Faster and X-Homie.
Yeah, the homie is really doing a good job of not letting him hit that Q there, which he's trying to do. But also, something I actually didn't touch on this matchup that I just figured out is that Unmounted Kled is so weak in Cassiopeia because she's a range, you can just kite him out easily. And when you're a melee champion, obviously top, you're gonna have to go melee range to get to finish off the Kled or kill him, and that's when you can easily auto attack you. But you can just keep him at range with the Cassiopeia, so very favored lane the Cassiopeia.
Spider-Quan already suffering a little bit in the CS war here, and is out of pots already, where Skateboard Dog's still sitting on 2 more Corrupting Potion charges. Apologician or Blockboy Remzi is working his way towards the top side of the map. Maybe You can see a gank here, and Skateboard Dog getting engaged upon. Look at the damage coming out from Spider Juan, but now he is in melee form, so he's just going to flash right into Skateboard Dog's face. Blockboy Remzi is on his way, and there is a flashless Cassiopeia on the top side, so that is a snake that he definitely wants to turn into some boots, but she's going to back away.
Yeah, that is one of the problems. She might have been able to, you know, kite that out faster if she had a fade brush and just could have kite it out, but she obviously didn't have the manner.
Oh my god! Bliss!
You get a replay on that?
Man.
Wow, see? Kyora's doing very well on this. It was a good start off, obviously. They might be able to scale that. This Cassiopeia didn't decide to back there, so very vulnerable to Splitter if he gets a... If she... Without the flash especially, if Splitter lands a Q in her, she's almost 100% dead. Rare's coming too.
Yeah, and she doesn't have enough mana to be able to either kite it out properly or get a miasma down to prevent the all-in pull from Spider Juan. But bot lane, ex-homie getting completely outplayed by Bliss and Kiora right here. And that's the first time that we've seen Kiora and Bliss actually play superiorly well against this this duo.
Yeah, Kiora is very strong in Ezreal. I've played with him a couple teams before, and he's just so comfortable on that champion. And he might be able to even scale, but he's gonna have to do a lot of the work eventually because this top lane doesn't seem to be probably not gonna go the way it led, and Lux is Lux, but we'll see how it works.
You got something against Lux there, Jace?
I just don't personally think she's good at all. But I mean, it was his like 4th pick, and like he basically got cornered into it.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
But, yeah. The Cassiopeia decided not to that's actually TP there. She's gonna be able to use that eventually because she didn't really use too much CS. Still had in CS and has a slightly really good position.
Yeah, she didn't lose any CS whatsoever, and Spider Juan also got TP'd back to lane, so considering that Skateboard Dog put himself in a really nice position, however, that's a lot of damage coming out on Skateboard Dog, and not be able to kite it out, but the Saturn shot right back into the miasma, and Skateboard Dog takes down Spider Juan.
Woo, what an outplay. I think Spider Juan might have gotten a little too far into that tower there, took a little too many tower shots. Didn't really use the aggro reset on the dismount very well, and Skateboard Dog was just able to finish it off with her just playing that really well, just kiting him out, you know, understanding that you have the range advantage, you have the tower advantage as well on him, and he's not super tanky so far, and we're just able to kill him there. Solo kill,
right.
Clean, easy solo kill.
And the thing that always looks so sketchy or scary for Skateboard Dog is at the beginning of each of these trades or these all-in, Spider Juan with the press the attack is able to proc it insanely fast with the W passive and chunk Skateboard Dog for about half of his health, almost to a quarter of his health. But then afterwards, once he gets dismounted, you're absolutely right what you mentioned before. He can't really get back into range of Skateboard Dog once he's all by himself without Scarl. And then the miasma put him in his place. He had nowhere to go, and Skateboard Dog just eventually whittled him down and killed him.
Yeah, we just see Ballin trying to push out this first tower plating. He's up almost 30 CS at 7 minutes, completely just winning this lane. It's absolutely just handily, and just gonna be able to really try and scale that into late game.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Karthus in a lane is that if you're not proficient with those with the lay waste procs and popping the Skittles onto the minions, you're not going to be able to have a good time, especially once Blitz and Kiora already have a decent advantage of.
Yeah, just see this game playing out a little bit. This mid lane's got a bit of a CS farm, not too much, not much of anything. We do see Graves trying to invade, or just taking them. Nice.
Ooh, Manchu faster. Still has both of his summons if he wants to use it. Takes a lot of burst damage from Kiora and Bliss, but he keeps his calm.
He'll be able to get on that one. And
oh,
if you're doing a
holy moly! True Shot Barrage comes out, forces Kamanchu faster to dash away, but the Ignite is ticking ever so slowly. There's no health, and the Lancer's not able to come out in time, and Bliss.
Oh, it's just coming down. think the miss on a Lancer by Homie kind of sealed his death there. Really good play, just continuing this. A pre-10 Manamune, really able to start stacking that really efficiently, easily, and just, once he gets that, he's just going to be able to scale and scale and scale.
Kiora is already off to a good start, much better than he was on the Lucian, but Skateboard Dog looking to rectify the situation, trying to get an advantage back, forcing Spider-Juan out of lane, and he doesn't have teleport, so he's going to have to take the Walk of Shame back.
I just thought if he had Phase Rush there, he could have killed him, I feel like. I don't know. He does still force Tiny up. We've been playing this run really well, keeping it in a good position, farming really well. Almost up, probably going to be up around 30 CS once this wave crashes. And Sputter's not going to get almost any of the CS. He's going to lose a cannon, all these melees, and a couple of casters.
Yeah, he went from being kind of even in lane with, mid lane. Meanwhile, Paranoid comes out into Frozen Tomb, and there's no escape for
Did she flash? Why did she flash? No, bro. I just not. Bot lane.
Oh, Bliss is sitting right on top of the Lantern, so come on,
you can't hit it.
Come on, shoot faster, cannot even get back, so he commits to the all-in, but finally gets out. Meanwhile, Skateboard Dog doesn't have enough mana, but he has just enough for one more twin thing!
Oh, he got him again!
Oh, man.
He's absolutely destroying this matchup, and now Splitter's that wave's gonna crash probably twice again. He's gonna miss another cannon. He's gonna have to walk back.
Oh, Bliss! But wait, you knocked back! Come on, shoot faster! Wait for the True Shot Barrage! Oh! That looked so good for a second. Bliss taking the hook, saying, you know what, I'm going in, flashing in for the two-man pull. But meanwhile, Spider-Juan is saying, all right, I want one back for the homies. Skateboard Dog does have flash. Spider-Juan also has flash of his own to be able to follow if he needs it. Just needs one more bear trap on the rope, might be able to flash to stay in range, but now is dismounted. Just needs a couple more autos, but he cannot get it, and Skateboard Dog threw out everything. Didn't even have to burn his own flash to stay alive.
No, why did you go for that? Oh, as soon as you can just TP back in and just kill him instantly. Rawr bot side though. In this first tower probably. Oh no, they give it up. Alright, get up. I think I'm up now.
Oh man.
Splitter one on that back. Cassiopeia is still choosing not to. I'm going for that Loon's Echo first side. I'm still choosing not to use her TP and just gonna keep holding that over Splitter one.
Yeah.
And they could look for a play bot lane because they have an insanely really well off Cassiopeia, and Splitter one has no TP, no ults, so they could just look for just mana advantage and take that dragon easily.
Yeah, Skateboard Dog. I have to say, I'm really curious by this Luden's Echo purchase versus the Archangel Staff. Just going to show that Skateboard Dog is very confident that he does not need the extra mana pool to be able to whittle down and take out his opposition here. I mean, he's just going to go for the pure burst.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like when some of these picks get taken to top lane, of course, like the Victor, a bit unconventional builds. They look for the dive.
Oh my God, Spider-Juan getting a similar treatment to what Skateboard Dog was receiving last game, getting 4-man gangbang on the top side of the map. Even Come On Shoot Faster was helping with a Requiem, but it wasn't even needed. Oh, Frozen Tomb does land on a heart. I'll love you say it back, already using the final spark earlier to pick up Skateboard Dog. Barrier does pop, does not.
Oh, he goes back in!
Oh, baby! What a flash!
What an outplay. They do trade down bot side, but this looks to be first tower for the side of Scum Gang. It is a really well executed dive. Michael was saying a bit earlier before. Oh, bot lane.
Wall of Pain is there to kind of get the slow down. The box is there as well for another slow. X-Homie not going to fall to the collateral damage.
Yeah, that the Aftershock helping out really well with the resistance buffs. But like I was saying, usually if some of these mid laners or just like ADCs get taken to top lane, they go for a bit of untraditional builds because they don't only have to perform the same things. They don't like as he's a top laner, he doesn't have to be that consistent damage. That he's not the source of this consistent damage for this team, so he can go for a bit more burst, can go for a bit more one shot, and that seems to be what he's doing. The Cassiopeia pick looks to be working really well for him.
Hidden OP, the secret counter to Spider
And he gets it.
Bled. Quite unlucky for the side.
Spoder the new Lester thing?
Maybe. Oh, come on, man. Hey, I've been playing with classic esports for a little bit. So you're dissing my teammate, dude.
Nah, bro. He's actually pretty good. We see you're going for mid, maybe.
Oh, Frozen Claw goes in. Does not have Frozen Tomb quite yet, but he doesn't need it because the Politician is there with the Paranoia. Says, see you later.
Be no more. They look like you're doing this damage, you know? Carly's just free-farming once again, you know? They might just be looking to this Ezreal and I was saying, well, you got to carry now. Bot lane, the solo lanes that I was saying they need to play around are both 0 and 3. And oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's quite the opposite predicament that we had from the first game. We were like you said, Kiora and Bliss were the problem children of the first game, but now this time around, it's I'll say it back or I love you say it back, and Spider Juan here not doing too well. In fact, I think this is a much more grave start for them as Blockboy Remzi trying to look for a redemption. Spider Juan is there with the charge, but a great petrifying gaze.
Really
Does flip too. Kiora does pick up X-Homie though, and Arlight does pop the Frozen Tomb, trying to get some self-healing back, but has no more mana. Gets interrupted with the Frozen Claw. Bliss is there with the knock-up, seals his death. Skateboard Dog trying to get away, does flash, get back to safety. Politician does not have Paranoia as he already used it on mid lane just a few moments ago. They're not going to look for a re-engage anytime soon.
Carlos didn't actually use a Requiem there, and they did pick up despite losing that fight, they still did pick up the Rift Arrow. They might be able to use this, but looks like Rawr is going for the turret right now and gonna be able to get it.
Tier 1 turret does fall over to the side of Rawr KSG, and that's a huge advantage it has been crucial for them, considering how far behind the two solo lanes were.
Yeah, they just moved going well. Both the kills going to that bot lane again, so Kiora is basically just like maybe just the Kled might just be relegated to just go in, get the engage, and if you die, you die. But we have an Ezreal that's Trinity Force Ezreal too, so he's going full damage. He's going full carry mode right here.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be doing a lot of damage.
Oh. You know, Block Boy, sometimes we can't always land the end of the line in the right direction, but it's okay. Yeah.
We won't hold it against you.
Yeah, we won't hold it against you. It was only on a Gromp.
Hey, Gromp.
Yeah. Screw you, Chase.
They just need to get this tower. Maybe.
Oh, wait.
Hook on him.
Nice hook. Look at the miasma. Puts the ball into place. Politician goes right into the backline, sinks his fangs into Blockboy Renzi, and Kiora does go down as well. I love you, say it back. Also falling, Spider Juan and Blitz have to run for the hills. The Rift Herald is still on the table and it's going to do massive damage to these structures.
Yeah, that was a really good hook by Homie. Just Homie hitting these hooks once again, even in game 2, showing that it wasn't just a good game. And the grounded by KSG was so well, hit all 4 members into the ult from Lissandra and just was able to just absolutely destroy that team fight. And they're going to be able to get a inhib turret, maybe even inhib, and the pulse comes out.
Oh, man. Yeah, at this point, 17 minutes into the game, inhibitor turret is about to fall here, Jace. And they could potentially push for an inhibitor if they're able to rush it down. What is the next play here for the side of Scum Gang to close out this game?
I think maybe they just want to. I mean, I don't know, because they've been doing so well in team fights, and they have this team fighting comp where you just ult and the Karthus, and if this Nocturne ends up getting a GA, then it's just gonna be free team fights basically, and they probably just want to just group as 5, maybe try to force a Dragon, maybe try to force a Baron, because Cassiopeia, even though she's really ahead, probably still isn't the best split pusher, especially against something like a Kled who can just dive onto her. So they might just want to try Dragons up in 15, and they might just want to group and take that.
Well, seems like a solid plan. We'll have to see if your great macro advice can be heard by Scum Gang 3 minutes into the future. Only time will tell. But it is quite unfortunate for the side of Rawr KSG. Looks like that fight on the top side of the map near the Baron Pit looked pretty advantageous, being able to catch out a few members on Arlight and X-Homie, I believe, were the casualties. But then they turn right around, and they're looking to close this game out pretty soon. And, I mean, normally we want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to be able to make a comeback. But if this game ends in the next 3 minutes, what needs to be done in Game 3?
I think you just gotta, I don't know. Like, Rawr is just... They're banning out... I think somebody explained the draft phase perfectly. They're banning out the mid laner, allowing Arlight to make a winning matchup. But I think you just have to maybe pick the top lane early in Spoder 1, maybe give mid lane the counter pick, maybe ban out some of their mid laners on Scum Gang's side, and just try to go for a winning lane matchup, because they shouldn't be going for a... Rawr also always likes a 5-man team fights. That's how they've won. But Scum Gang's matches them really well in that aspect, so they might have to change up their playstyle if they want to have a chance in this game and/or Game 3.
Yeah. Now, I have one more question here, Jace, and I don't know if you've played personally with Remzi on a team before, but you know that Remzi does have a pocket pick Ivern.
Oh yeah, I played against the last final.
So, with their backs up against the wall, assuming Scum Gang closes out 2-0, does Remzi pull out the Ivern?
He must pull out Ivern. He pulled out Noodle against us in the semifinals. I mean, I don't know if Scum Gang's probably a better team than Anarchy was, but I don't know, because especially if Arlight, see, they want to force dives with that Ivern, but Scum Gang's, especially if they pick this Nocturne again, they must have been a Nocturne, because Nocturne can be everywhere and really make it a 2v2 even if you're diving. So Rawr's hands are kind of tied, and they don't really have enough bans to ban out what they need to ban out against Scum Gang.
Yeah, and it does really fit. Both the Graves and the Nocturne have fit Apologician's playstyle comfortably well. I mean, when you do have laners that are at least the top side of the map that is winning handily, fairly easily, without your influence, and then you're able to come in post level 6 and just come in with a lot of burst damage and some nice setup from point and click stun from the Lissandra. And it's gonna make a pretty easy time for being able to start picking up the pace in the mid game. So, I mean, I don't really see what Scum Gang have to change. I mean, they are winning. They are doing their drafts right. And like you said, I mean, it just... Rawr KSG just need to somehow break that composition, and I don't know if it's just they need to get better lane matchups for themselves, or if they're executing things wrong, or if there is just a different type of composition that they need to play out.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they want to focus on the bot side. The bot side is really the only lane that's been doing well. They did struggle a bit the first game, though, so you can't really consider them to be the carries of the team. So I don't know. Remzi has a pretty tall task of him in this Game 3, in this Game 2 if they want to push it. And he has reconnected. Speak of the devil.
Well, Remzi finally does reconnect. We're going to have to see if this actually does result in a pause or the game being resumed. And I don't remember if in ODL, if there's like a certain amount of pauses you can do before something happens.
I think the maximum amount of time is 5 minutes, but Scum Game probably allowed them to just go longer, just out of sportsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
But we should be able to get in. Both teams are R, so we should be getting in the next minute. Yikes, chess pretty toxic.
Yeah. Well, what can you do at this
I like
point?
this Ravens guy.
Yeah.
We're getting back into the game. Come on.
Mhm.
I don't want to play 20 questions again.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. All right. My
you
turn. Okay. Let me think.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this Ravens guy. Oh, now we're back in the game.
Oh, hey, see? Anytime we can bring up 20 questions, the pause comes back.
That's a secret, bro.
Yeah.
Scum needs to be in a back, and Baron. I mean, they might be in a position to take Baron at 20 minutes. You never know.
Yeah, if they're able to continue controlling this top side of the map, now they've already broken up the mid base. They haven't taken the inhibitor quite yet, so no super minion pressure will be there to assist in the siege for top side.
Where's he going
Oh.
for?
Really?
It's pretty advantageous.
Okay, you
They'll
know,
probably just give this up.
they're just trying to rush, bull rush down this dragon. We gotta get this mountain dragon, boys! It's our only hope.
That was really good. That was a pretty good macro play by Rawr, noticing that something was going to be on the back, and if they weren't on the back, then that play by Splitter was
20 questions time!
woo, as I was saying, but and he's out again. But they recognized that either Scum Gang was off the dragon and was backing, or they were about half health low, and it would have been an easy engage. So it was a pretty good macro play. They were just able to do it.
All right, you ready? And chat, you can participate too. If one of you guys is able to get the correct answer before Great Jace does, then I will gift you a sub to the Everlife Game Network channel where you can continue to show your support. Hell yeah. All right. So,
You got dragon. Let's pause.
all right. So let me think of my thing. And so, chat, you cannot. Let's see. Okay, you can guess specific things, but you can't do like general questions. Jace has to do the general questions, but then if you guys get like an answer before he does, then it'll be a sub. All right. So, Jace, you ready?
I am.
All right, go for it.
Is it a champion?
No,
Is it a professional player?
no,
Is it a jungle monster?
nope. It's 3.
Is it a streamer?
No, 4.
Is it a team?
No, 5.
Is it something in the shop?
Clarify.
Can you purchase it from the shop?
Which shop?
The Riot shop on client.
Oh, no.
Is it Riot merch?
No.
What other questions? Chat, help me out. Is it a map?
No. 7.
Is it in game?
Yes.
Is it a ward?
Nope. That's
Is
10.
it a tower?
What? No. 11.
Is it an NPC on the map?
No. It's 12.
Is it a minion?
No. 13.
Is it a living being?
No. It's 14.
Is it an item?
Yes.
Does it do magic damage?
Yes.
Is it a finished item?
Yes. Fully completed.
Death cap.
No. And I'm not going to count this against you, but just to answer chat, it is not an Ord item. It is not a Master Forged
Yeah,
item.
shut up, Ravens. Come on now, buddy. Ludens.
No. You're on 19.
Do those count as questions?
I
guess it
mean,
does.
yeah.
I guess it does. I need to pull up the shop.
I'll give you a mercy 5 more questions after your 20th question.
Archangel staff.
No. All right. Before you ask these next 5 questions, you okay, you know it does magic damage. You should try to narrow it down from there. Maybe, you know.
I've been saying all magic damage questions. Does it slow?
No.
Does it have an active?
Yes.
Spellbinder.
No. Chat, it is
Zonios.
No. Chat, it does have cooldown reduction.
What? Sharila's.
Shirelia's? No.
Yeah.
A summoner has reconnected.
Void?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
What the hell?
I'm gonna give you a hint. It is an item that used to be bought in the normal game, but is only now available on Nexus Blitz.
Deathfire Grasp.
Yeah!
I was thinking about that. I was like, that's such a weird item to say. I'm so OP.
Oh man, chat, you are all so close.
I thought it was fucking busted.
Can we get an F in the chat for Deathfire Grasp? That was a beautiful item. Colby 8 said DFG. I guess for his stream time, he did say it before. Okay. Calm down,
Oh, that
Colby.
man, sup? Oh, we're back in the game.
Oh, we are back in the game, but
Back in.
I
Go
will
pause
get
in
the
the next 2 minutes.
I
Okay.
will. Bliss just headbutts a minion. That is
Superior Alistar, I guess.
superior Alistar indeed.
Coming looking to invade maybe the top side jungle. Probably looking to get wards down and just control vision on the Baron that is up in a minute and a half. Dude, Rimsey's back, bro.
Rimsey's back. Finally.
Reformed Rimsey.
Reformed Renzi. He's put down the keyboard. He's plugged in a new mouse and a headset. He's gonna be
He's
okay.
turned on his monitor.
He's turned on his monitor.
Oh, and he's got out of it.
Oh, well,
What a
Apologician just going right
Going
on
again. He's
to
favored.
Renzi.
He got him.
Do we see another
He
race
knocked him out of the ult.
here? Apologician getting ignited down here. The redemption is coming out. Bliss does take down Apologician with the ignite. He's going to be able to assert some dominance there, but Skateboard Dog does take down Juan, proving that he's a better top laner in this series right now. And it's just up to Q and Bliss try to defend this as much as they can.
The Bliss knocked him out of the Lux Salt, so they had to spend more time killing the Nocturne.
Oh.
And that's a free red and free inhibitor, and they could just rotate to Baron right now. Let's see what happens.
Well, Blockboy Remzi
Ooh,
would be
audience.
up before Apologician.
Oh!
God damn! Cure finding these snipes with the Mystic Shot and
Chris
the
Kyle.
Essence Flux. Chris, what the hell? Who's Chris Kyle?
You know Chris Kyle? American Sniper?
Oh, like the movie with
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper? Oh shit, I forgot that was his name.
Well, his name's not American Sniper, but man.
Well, I mean, that's what I associated with. Come on.
Yeah. So Scum looks to reset here. We're gonna have to get back to Let's get back to Baron pretty soon. Rawr's not really in a position to really take it, but Scum might be able to, especially with the Cassiopeia and the Karthus, they might just be able to take this right here, even without an ADC, because they're so far ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have to see in due time. I mean, the game did not end in the 3 minutes that we predicted it was gonna be after kind of a back and forth fight in that mid lane. They did take the inhibitor. They are preparing to take this Baron as well, as long as they can maintain the proper vision control for it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And this Nocturne, Apollo picked up the stopwatch too, now making him even stronger than Engage, so you can just basically engage, do his damage. Carl comes out, he's Zonius, his team backs him up, and Scumming's team fight now is looking really deadly, and especially with this Cassiopeia, with all the CC, they can just really just stack the CC and just try to brute force through this Rawr wall.
Due time, Great Chase. Due time. And then,
Good time. Now they're taking their squeezing everything out of Rawr. Not
That's
letting Rawr
right.
really do the rest.
sometimes it's not about the way you do it. It's about sending a message, showing that you're not just going to go for the easiest method of victory. You're going to go for the most disrespectful. And we already see Apologician flying through the air, doing so much damage over to Kiora. But the flash and the heal does force him away, and a nice headbutt keeps him safe. Spider-1 taking a lot of damage, though. The Ignite coming down. Arlight able to take him out. He does have the Frozen Tomb to keep himself safe, but Apologician is a little low. He's going to have to leave. Meanwhile, come shoot on faster. He just crosses right over there. Actually didn't even flash. How the hell did he get over there? I don't even know how he was.
He's not killing. What the hell?
What the flipping?
He didn't even kill.
Monkeys.
Right,
Bliss.
flash off from Bliss. Really good. Actually, really clutch stopwatch by Apollo there at during the middle of the fight. Just dodge the Lux ult, and they could try to look for Baron here actually. Did you see who saw the cast in the Sandra? What the fuck?
What?
Superior macro, I guess. I don't know if they can go for this.
Wait,
I have to back off.
we're done. Gummy, cut the stream. This. What? Why did I just what?
At the stream. I gotta go play Smash. Whew. Where's that coming out from Rock? Dragon's up. What dragon is it?
I mean, I don't know if they could have actually taken the Baron if they did that correctly, but that was so scuffed and questionable.
I don't
Like,
I love this Ravens guy. Oh my gosh.
yeah. There's
Hot
all, yeah. Great, Jace. I will have you know that so, there's people in the chat that are talking about how this is the best ODL has to offer. And, you know, that's
Yeah, I see that.
unfortunate, right? So let's put it this way: Reign of Kings, right, for Plat goes to the EGN tournament, and well, I actually we're not gonna bring it up. It was unfortunate. ODL tried their best to represent themselves well at EGN Invitational, but chosen were the superior org with Risen right behind. And however, or actually, Reign of Kings was in the finals.
Going in with the Quad ult. See what happens. He's not going to be able to get anything.
Well, Spider Juan trying to lead the charge in, does find a bear trap on the rope onto Come On Shoot Faster, doing a lot of damage with the pressing attack. Keystone as well, forcing him in the flash away. There is the Lantern as well for the Dark Passage to safety. Bliss finding a 2-man knockup, but the follow-up isn't there. And now here comes the re-engage! 3-man stun with Bliss! Sandra ROI finding a massive damage wombo combo! And it's going to set up the rest of the team to be able to fall in and pick up the pieces as the rest of Rawr KSG fall to Scum Gang. Triple kill coming in for Arlight. They're going to push this in, and we're going to take it to a game 3.
Such amazing play by the Lissandra just to really flash in there and get there. Stun them all. Cassiopeia comes in, follows it up with the ult. Nocturne comes in. They all just collapse on them. Just absolutely burst them. Only losing one member, and they're taking game 2 extremely decisively. And Rawr's backs up against the wall, and they're going to have to figure out a way to win these games and figure out how to win them fast.
Oh shit! Wait. Do they not end right here? Just one more auto attack, we'll be able to do it. There you go.
Holy moly!
Oh, that was close. Well,
that was looking a lot more decisive than the first game.
Yeah, those
actually looking stronger in that second.
Mm-hmm. Skateboard Dog also completely dominating that top lane matchup with the Cassiopeia top. Shout outs to Hooney and F in the chat for TSM being tilted ever since MSI season 5 as well. Never been able to recover. But game 3, great job.
Who's been tilted since season 5?
Yeah. TSM.
Oh, yikes.
When Dyrus first had to go up against that Cassiopeia top.
Superior top lane. Surprised me. Did really well, actually. Even without the phase rush. So maybe
yeah.
you know something you don't.
Yeah, you know, Riot has said this is the preseason and has gave us the question, you know, is it meta? You know, Skateboard Dog might be playing 40 fifth dimensional checkers or chess with us at this point, and it's already well ahead and has read what he needs to do on Spider Juan.
See how it plays out.
Oh, wait! Who just tipped $25 to EGN? Hot damn!
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Yo. Who? Ethan, thank you so much for the tip. My goodness, that... Can we get a PogChamp in the chat for my boy Ethan? We will be throwing it to an intermission real quick as we get ready for Game 3, but PogChamps in the chat for Ethan. Also, if you've got if you're subscribed to Everlife Gaming Network, you can also use the EGN sub emote. I believe it is I want to say it's just EGN, or we'll figure it out in a second. We'll be right back. That is a snake that he definitely wants to turn into some boots, but she's gonna back away.
Yeah, that is one of the problems. She might have been able to, kite that out faster if she had a Sage Rush and just try to kite it out, but she obviously had the banner.
Oh my god! Bliss!
You get a replay on that?
Man.
Wow, see? They just seem to get in this tower. Maybe.
Oh, wait.
Hook on him.
Nice hook. Look at the miasma. Puts them all into place. Paula Jensen goes right into the backline. Sinks his fangs into Block Boy Renzi. And Kiora does go down as well. I love you. Say it back. Also falling. Spider Juan and Blitz have to run for the hills. The Rift Herald is still on the table and is going to do massive damage to these structures.
Oh, and he's got out of here.
Oh, well.
What a
Apologician just going right on to Renzi. Do we see another race here? Apologician getting ignited down here. The redemption is coming out. Bliss does take down Apologician with the ignite. He's going to be able to assert some dominance there, but Skateboard Dog does take down Spot Juan, proving that he's a better top laner in this Keystone as well, forcing him in the flash away. There is the Lantern as well for the Dark Passage to safety. Bliss finding a 2-man knockup, but the follow-up isn't there. And now here comes the re-engage. 3-man stun with Bliss. Sandra ROA finding a massive damage wombo combo. And it's going to set up the rest of the team to be able to fall in and pick up the pieces as the rest of Rawr KSG fall to Scum Gang. Triple kill coming in for Arlight. They're going to push this in, and we're going to...
Nocturne comes in, they all just collapse on him, just absolutely burst them, only losing one member, and they're taking game 2 extremely decisively, and Rawr's back's up against the wall, and they're gonna have to figure out a way to win these games and figure out how to win them fast.
Oh shit! Wait, wait! Do they not end right here? Just one more auto attack, we'll be able to do it. There you go.
Holy moly!
Oh, that was close.
to hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love. Risk the follow, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last light. Hearing voices from afar, join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last Can we bring to fall the giants? 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 We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die. When the world
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now back in Game 3 of the Scum Gang Rawr KSG Series 4 Gold Finals, Overdrive League. The last finals we'll have under the ODL name as they are rebranding Zero Gravity Gaming for the next season. And already, Scum Gang are up 2-0 against Rawr KSG. Scum Gang have elected to take blue side, or Rawr elected to take red side once again. They want to be able to save the counter pick for potentially one of their solo laners, maybe Spider Juan. What do you think needs to happen here, Jace?
Rawr just gotta really probably try to play comfort. Play what they like to play. Don't try to play the counters. Don't try to like do these weird things. Your back's up against the wall. You gotta win the next 3 games in succession. You gotta play everything perfectly. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I think that they obviously switched Bliss and Kiora in the bot lane. I don't know why. Personally, I wouldn't have done that, but that's what they did, and they just gotta play what their game is.
And only time will tell. We're gonna have to see how well this draft does pan out for the side of Rawr. And Scum Gang, they don't really need to change anything. Still going with the Malzahar, Nivea, and Garen bans as Rawr KSG, Aurelia, and Zyra being pretty similar bans. They could go for the Heimerdinger once again if that is their answer here. And with 2 seconds on the clock, it looks like that will be the lock-in here as the Heimerdinger ban comes through.
Yeah, same bands for both sides. Still don't want to give that just kind of power picks to the side of Scum Gang, and Scum Gang's the first pick here, 2 to pick.
Well, Skarth is still being on the table.
Alistair.
Wow. All right. So Scum Gang saying, you know what? We feel that now. By the way, guys, we do need to note that. Or no, wait. There might be a bamboozle. We're not sure if Bliss is playing ADC this time around and Kiora will be supporting, or if they intently changed their roles just to make it appear like they are intending to switch roles. I don't know if there's any change in support pools or ADC pools here, but a Thresh being locked in for either Kiora or Bliss is going to be the pickup, as well as the Ezreal once again.
Yeah, I guess they maybe want to ride the same way as Homie was riding. Obviously, Homie's played really well these 2 games on Thresh, but they said, we'll give him Alice this game. We'll switch it up, put it a little bit on Rawr to, and the Jhin locked in. Ooh, that was Rawr played that last game. Yeah. No, they played it for game 1. Game 1 played exceptionally well in game 1. Beat a Lucian Braum lane, and just wants to go back to that same vibes.
Yeah. Not sure if the looks like he wasn't really content with the Karthus pick, and the Vel'Koz has been locked in for more than likely Arlight, unless we see some shenanigans. And I don't think this would be a top lane Vel'Koz. I mean, Cassiopeia top is one thing. Vel'Koz top though,
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
The Noodle Hover.
Oh.
Played it against Anarchy to high success, but
yeah,
2 different teams.
No, Remzi. So we were talking about earlier that was this going to be the Ivern lock-in, the back against the wall, the pulling out all the stops. But Nunu, I guess this is Remzi's preferred pick here. This is a blind pick. They do not know what the jungle matchup will be against the Politician, but Nunu has been receiving slight buffs and touches over the past few patches, and he still hasn't really been seen in professional play, as he was disabled for Worlds for the most part. And with that in mind, and even some of the All-Star matches today, I guess it's kind of the closest thing, or even in Scouting Grounds, I don't remember seeing Nunu being picked up once. But his objective control is fantastic, especially neutral ones, being able to clear Dragon and Giant monsters very easily.
Yeah, so it's kind of like how I said, like, you're down 2-0, you try a lot of things, you try different play styles, and you just got to pick comfort now. You got to pick what you want to play. You don't really try to worry about Scum Gang, because you've tried to play against them, you try to play, kind of their game, and it's obviously not working, so you got to play your own game. And they do, like, in the end, they're another off-meta pick. Just comfort picks for Rawr so far.
Yeah, and the Annie being locked in for more than likely for I Love You Say It Back. Mid lane Annie is going to give a. I mean, the way we look at Annie is if you ever watch LS, he always tells low, any aspiring climbers, if you're playing mid lane, just play Annie. Very simple champion. Giant AoE stun if you have the Pyromania stacks correct. And Tibber does do a lot of burst damage as well. And then you have pretty, for the most part, simple laning phase, being able to farm with the Disintegrate from Q. But Apologician has elected for a Kindred pick to match Remzi's Nunu. And it looks like that's going to be Skateboard Dog taking the Aatrox in the top lane.
Aatrox, strong blind pick. And do we see the last pick?
I believe it was a Pantheon from...
Pantheon. So
Pantheon with Ignite Flash. So Spider Juan is pulling out his own stops as well. In fact, there's not a single TP this game. There is 3 Ignites from the side of Rawr KSAG, mid lane, top lane, and on Bliss. So, and it is confirmed that Bliss, even though he had put himself in the AD carry role during the LCS pick and ban, they just decided to put him on support with this Thresh, and Kiora will take up the Ezreal once again.
So a lot of comfort coming out from Rawr, you know. They said, well, you're going to sit in form. Backs against the wall, we're just going to play what we want. And Scum Gang, once again, for the 3rd time, they even have a little bit more tankiness, but just going for this squishy comp. They said, we don't really need the tanks. We're not afraid of you. Especially with the Kindred, we have a little more survivability, a bit more frontlining in the Aatrox and the Alistar, and actual tanky kind of support. And they're really just looking to probably be a team fighting with the Vel'Koz and the Kindred and the Aatrox, just team fight, and be right there. Presumably what they're going to do.
Yeah, and then Scum Gang don't really need to change how they've been playing. I mean, they've just been naturally winning lane for the most part. Usually 2 lanes, either the mid and the bot side, or the top and the mid side of the map. An Apologician gets to farm freely and never really worries about Remzi coming in to invade or put pressure on him individually in this 1v1 jungle matchup. An Apologician has never really put himself in a bad situation with a gank or a counter gank as well. He just gets to contently farm up, get to that mid game power spikes with whatever champion he's been using, and then he just gets to operate as a secondary carry.
Yeah, and getting the game now. Seems like a traditional 5-point coming from each team. Remzi might be starting top side. And we're just going to see how this early game plays out.
To Summoner's Rift.
X-Homie already looking to make some changes with the Moo Cow Alistar skin versus Bliss's vanilla skin of choice. Bliss, however, rocking the High Noon Thresh here this time around, and might be finding some hooks onto the cow, roping him up. Hopefully, he can make some chuck beef and bring a comeback for Rawr KSG.
Yeah, we see how that matchup works out. And it's traditional 5-point. Like I said, topside start. And,
Ooh.
yeah, it's a normal start, truly. Not really going for anything. Not really trying to force anything.
Blockboy Remzi does put down a ward on the top side river, but Arlight is there to spot it out, so they know that there is river vision for the next minute. So if Apologician does not want to be spotted out, he will have to avoid the top side river. But it's all going to depend on where the early mark first spawns, as he is playing Kindred, so he has to play that little mini game.
Yeah, we can see, yeah. But also, it wasn't actually placed in the bush, so it kind of denies vision just a tad bit. Because you can't really see on the other side of the bush, because the bush kind of blocks it. So, if he wants to keep it in the top side of the river, then it really can't get spotted out by that ward.
Right. Oh, man. Another pause.
Famous pause. Remzi's AFK. Yep, it's Remzi.
Woo! Already. I wish I could look over and see what happened if Remzi
I think Homie needed a pause, too.
Oh, really?
20 questions.
20 questions. All right.
Margo, there's chat. Join along.
Join along, chat. All right.
Join
So,
along.
Jace, you're gonna be.
I'll go. Go.
Yeah.
You start. You start asking
Okay.
questions.
Oh, okay. Same rules apply, chat. You can participate, and if you get it before me, I'll gift you. Is it a champion? Jace, I didn't hear you. Is it a champion?
No, it's not.
Okay, number one. Number two, is it a item you can purchase in game?
No.
Is it something you can buy in the client store?
No.
Okay. Is it a professional team?
No.
Okay, 6. Is it a professional player?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is this player currently in NA?
No.
Is this player currently in LCK?
No.
Is this player currently in EU?
No.
Oh my god. Is this player currently in LPL?
Yes.
Okay. Was this person
No, Gummy.
a season 8 world champion?
Yes. God damn it.
Is it Rookie?
No.
Oh, is it the Shy?
Yes.
Yeah. Woo!
I narrowed it down so quick.
Yeah. See, my dog is happy too. Yeah, you knew it was the Shy. Yeah. Give me high five, Choco. High five. You can't go.
That was quick. I heard the season 8 world champion. I was like, no. I narrowed down so quick. Superior 20 questioner, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I learned after you bamboozled me with Gromp. I was like, all right, I gotta be more inquisitive about my questions.
Inquisitive. I like it.
Thank you. All right. Let's go. My turn.
Is it a champion?
Choco. Be quiet.
What's a one? What are they doing in chat?
What? Oh.
Oh.
They're trying to count to 10. Yikes. All right. Okay. Start over.
Is it a champion?
No.
Is it an item in game?
No.
Is it a professional team?
Yes.
Is this team in NA?
No.
Is the team currently playing League of Legends?
Yes.
Is this team in LPL?
No.
Is this team in LCK?
No.
Is this team in EU?
Yes.
I don't know the new. There's so many like new teams.
Wrong
Is this
question.
team Rogue?
No. This is number
Fnatic.
11. No.
G2.
No. 12.
What are these teams? Schalke.
No. 13.
I don't even remember the other teams. I'm lost. Misfits.
There you go. Misfits Gaming.
Misfits. Almost fighting against that SKT.
Yeah. God. What a world we would have lived in if Misfits had actually beaten SKT 3.
Misfits had beaten SKT. I'd say RNG might have beaten them, and then RNG versus SSG.
That could have been RNG's year.
I don't know. SSG won that year.
Yeah. I mean, it was 3-0 against SKT, but
Yeah.
I mean, but we also live in a year where G2 beats RNG 3-2 and Cloud9 beats Afrika Freaks 3-1, or was it 3-0?
I think it might have been 3-0. This is 3-1 or 3-0. I felt so bad for Keen. Keen was fucking dumpstering top. But
A summoner has
unlucky.
reconnected.
Remy's
Unlucky.
back.
Well, just because it says he's reconnect doesn't mean he's back. I mean, hopefully,
He's semi back.
mentally too. Like that's the important thing. I think his mental has not been in the right place ever since the end of game 1. And hopefully his mental has returned. And my dog is just popping off. Why? What's the matter with you? I can't let you outside.
I think we're ready.
Are we ready? Oh, okay. Okay.
We'll probably get about 3 minutes of playing before it's
Woo! Yeah, you're right. You're right. But we are about to hit the 2-minute mark on the Rift. 2 minutes. Bam. All right. All right. So we got through 5 seconds. I think we're good now. Skateboard Dog looking to hit the Darkened Blade up onto Spider Juan. Now, let me direct your attention, Mr. Great Jace. He has taken Aftershock on this Pantheon.
I mean, yes, I think it's good in Aatrox because what Aatrox wants to do, what Aatrox is thinking about doing. Oh, level 2 game coming in.
Yeah, but thanks to the Aegis passive that Spider Juan has on the Pantheon, he's able to block most of the damage from Apologician, and he's only level 2, so looks like the crab unfortunately did spawn on the bot side of the map, and I believe Apologician is going to have to just be content with taking his top side as Remzi was able to pick up the first crab.
Yeah, so as I was saying for the Aftershock, it's a pretty good actually in Aatrox because when you get on the Aatrox, right, and if Aatrox is a level 3, he's going to hit you with a level 3 no matter what because you're going to be right on top of him, stunning him. So that I use the Aftershock from jumping on him and getting the stun. That could block a lot of the damage. Just to be going in there.
Right. Oh, we do see a mid lane gank. The stun might come in, but Arlight already using the cleanse as soon as it happens. But the ignite. Oh, Apologician comes in from the downtown. He flies in and he picks up first blood.
Very smart, knowing that the Annie was low and he was in the position to EQ and auto at the same time just get that damage off. And he also flashed. Arlight still hasn't used flash and was able to get out of that ignite not killing him. So it's so good for this mid lane. And Arlight can just start using this pressure and he can really start outranging this Annie, and Annie will have no way to really get in on him, especially without flash.
Right. And Arlight still has the flash advantage over I Love You Say It Back at this point. And with the longer range, the better wave clear with the Void Rift, I believe it is called, or yeah, Void Rift, being able to double stack that, as well as the Plasma Fission for poke. You put I Love You Say It Back at a huge disadvantage until she can get her stun, or the AoE stun in Tibbers at level 6.
Yeah, she does that Predator boot, so we can see if she might be able to do something with that, but so far, Scum taking a pretty commanding lead. This top lane's also going pretty well for the Aatrox. I don't really agree with the Pantheon and the Aatrox personally, but I was proven wrong last game, I guess.
Yeah. Just shit by me. Shit by me. I apologize. Choke was being very needy, but you look back at this bot lane. CS, not huge CS differential so far. However, in the top side of the map, Skateboard Dog getting a huge CS lead over Spider Juan at the moment.
Yeah, huge CS lead. You know, Spider Juan also doesn't have the TP. Gotta remember that. He is the ignite, and we just see a fight happening out in the terminal. Probably not happening.
No. He's
But I don't because you don't really have much kill threat on the Aatrox, so I don't really agree with that. I think he pokes you out, and you're just gonna have to keep TPing back, and when you have on TP, you're just gonna be broken out and whatever. And once he gets level 6, you have absolutely zero kill threat on him, especially with ignite. So.
Well, Spider Juan was feeling the pressure. He just felt like it was going to have to be necessary for a change in bringing Rawr KSG back, but so far it's not really working out for him. He needs setup, or he needs help from Remzi to be able to come in and assist with a little bit extra CC, maybe a little bit of damage, although this is an Aftershock Nunu, so really just there for extra crowd control with the giant snowball as well as the stun with the E. But we already see the trades happening in the top side of the map, but Spider Juan still seems to be out-traded for the most part.
Yeah, especially with that Aftershock. The Aftershock just says, oh, hook on homie.
Oh, but look at from downtown, the snowball. But meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Ignite has been popped, and Ramsey gets head-butted away as Come On Shoot Faster does flash away, and ex-homie punts him as well.
Yeah, Sport One used that Ignite to get a flash out of. They shared flashes and the 2 flashes out of bot lane as well. So both lanes very vulnerable. See, some have been mid.
Oh, Arlight having to use the flash does not have cleanse quite up yet, but it will be up there. Oh, skateboard dog. You could have waited, buddy.
You could have waited, yeah. I don't know what he's doing. He is going to be first on lane, and once again, the Ignite's coming to bite Sport in the back because he's not going to be able to catch any of these minions, or he's going to have to stay. Yep, has to stay. Even though he really wants to back in the situation.
Yeah, Spider Juan, even with the corrupting potion, is just taking way too much damage from Skateboard Dog. And considering that Skateboard Dog has just only normal refillable potions, he should have a less of a sustained advantage. But you have to remember that he has the ever so slightly spell vamp from his E passive, being able to apply to a lot of his AoE damage.
Yeah, but Spider finally getting forced out, finally just saying, I have to back, I have to really cut my losses, and he's going to lose a cannon, and Aatrox is going to get 1, if not maybe 2, but we just see them coming up top.
Oh, but the snowball's coming in from Remzi, but it's not enough distance there. Remzi was just too far away when he started it up, and even with the collapse from the man drop, the Pantheon setup was not enough.
Yeah, not enough. And he's just going to be able to pack. Spotter's not going to be able to push this effectively, and he's not really going to miss much. Aatrox isn't really going to miss much of the CS, so he's just going to be able to come back. He did buy a Kindle gem, but can be able to come back. Just has a really commanding lead this one.
Yeah, the early cooldown reduction is kind of one of the things that champions like Aatrox in the past, such as the Riven and the Jace, would always go for, just to be able to have more spells off cooldown, even the Renekton as well. Because you have to consider like champions like Aatrox who don't have any resource bars. Oh, there you go. That's how you wait for that final third Q onto the Infernal Chains.
And the Qs from Kodomon are still just always annoying, as you know, just the Qs from Pantheon, but you can see what goes for it.
Okay.
There.
Darkened Blade being traded back for a stun, but Spider Juan does not have any more mana. He is waiting on Corrupting Potion charges to be able to grant him a little bit of sustained back. Does not have man drop, so he cannot look for a roam mid lane.
Yeah, he's run out of Corrupting Pots, but I think Aatrox might just go back here if he doesn't want to risk getting... Because Spider Juan's Ignite is coming up in around less than probably 40 seconds.
Yeah, World End.
Both junglers.
Oh, but Apologician is already here, and with the Control Ward, he's going to be able to prevent vision, but here comes a snowball. It's going to land on Apologician, immediately pops the Lamb's Respite. Who's going to come out on top of this one? The Absolute Zero does enough damage, and Spider Juan is able to pick up the kill on Apologician. Didn't even need to use the Ignite, but Arlight is here for the roam. I'll Love You Say It Back does get a kill on a Skateboard Dog, and they stop the Lifeform Disintegration Wave, immediately interrupted by a great snowball from Blockboy Ramsey.
Rawr's on their comfort. Remy's on his comfort. He got a lot of health back from that chomp, and he was able to stop, as you said, the Lifeform Disintegration away. And now they're just going to be able to probably take a lot of chunk out of this tower. Get a lot of plating going. Minions will die, but still very good for the side of Rawr.
160 gold being split between Remzi and I Love You Say It Back. Definitely it's not a huge gold lead, only 400 up now, but any gold lead at this point for the side of Rawr will definitely be appreciated, as they have been on the back foot in both of these games. Maybe not so much for game 1, but definitely game 2.
Yeah, Sporty going mid, maybe just to clear that out and push it in. Yeah, nothing really been happening bot side. Just been slower than the past 2 games. And yeah, Apollo's sitting on 0 stacks still. Actually, no, 2 stacks. And right happening here.
Apologician, I don't know about this one. Arlight is there for the slow, but it's just an easy pickup for I Love You Say It Back.
He might be going on. Look. Oh, he misses too.
Oh,
Mr. Q.
Oh man, a Skateboard Dog popping the World Ender, trying to get the movement speed. He's looking for more damage on the Spider Juan, and I Love You Say It Back is not able to chase down Spider Juan. Meanwhile, on the bot side of the map, ex-homie was trying to set up for a double knockup. They take down Bliss, but at what cost? X-Homie still has the damage reduction, but Black Boy Remzi is on the pursuit with Kiora. They're putting out a lot of damage, and X-Homie does not have the damage reduction anymore, but come on, shoot faster. Pushing them away with the threat of that 4th bullet.
Yeah, that was actually a really good engage by Skateboard Dog, not giving up on the engage even though he had missed it, and they were able to get the shutdown gold onto the Vel'Koz, kind of bringing him back, and top bot side.
Oh, Kiora taking a lot of damage using both flash and heal to get away from the final curtain call bullet.
Yeah, just another punish, and they did trade, I believe, 1 for 0 on the bot side, so Scum getting actually with the gold lead now, 1.3 gold lead, and just starting to scale, starting to get this late game, and the Vel'Koz are going to watch out for Annie.
Oh, there it is. The cleanse immediately cleansing the stun away, and the man drop is there trying to look for something, but it's just not in time.
I don't know. I mean, they committed too many of that to have like not. And they knew he had flash too, and he had cleanse. Good cleanse. He saved his flash. He didn't really need to use his flash there. Good. And Splitter's out of his man drop, so if he gets poked out of lane, he has really no way to get back without being punished severely in CS.
And Spider-Horn only
and
has
just gonna
flash.
keep pushing his lane now.
Yeah. No ignite quite yet. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Life Orb Disintegration Ray. And I love you say it back. There's no way for him to be able to walk up and stun. Meanwhile, the TP coming in from Skateboard Dog does not have World Ender. And nice. Dark Passage coming out from Bliss. Gives them the runaround and gets Block Boy Remzi to safety.
Yeah, the just a solo kill from Vel'Koz, knowing that Annie had Tibbers down and presumably not a stun to stop his life from generation ring, and just completely burst him down with 3 stack on the passive and the Dark Harvest. Really well played by the Vel'Koz.
Block Boy Remzi going in for the knockup with the snowball. Not able to get in range for the quick stun though. And Spider-Juan is now taking a lot of damage from Skateboard Dog, and he has World Ender. If he has the movement speed, if he wants to go in for it, cooldowns are up for Skateboard Dog. There's the 1Q, the Darkened Blade, hits 1, he flashes, misses the knockup, gets stunned on the turret, but goes for 1 more, and he's gonna seal Spider-Juan's death, but the World Ender ended in time, and Spider-Juan still gets 1 back.
He gets a kill. Holy moly, that was the last second. Spider-Juan's happy. Spider-Juan committed way too hard for that tower proc. He just wanted the demolish. I think he went way too hard for that. His flash, and Aatrox did miss his 2nd Q, which led to Spider-Juan being able to get that aftershock off as this W, and it was just unlucky that that it wasn't ended at the exact like milliseconds beforehand, not even a full second, and it was just unlucky. But well played by both.
Yeah, damn. That Aatrox nerf though, going from 12 seconds to 10 seconds, clearly cucked Skateboard Dog right there.
Whew. Yeah. As we see the keeper on the map. Vel'Koz's actually starting to build an impressive 26 CS lane and about to pick up this blue buff, and just kind of starting to snowball this. He's gonna probably start to, use his pressure and say it back. Can't really one-shot him, especially with the Rawr's first item. Can't really one-shot him, especially when he has cleanse. Doesn't really have threat and can just outrange him superiorly.
Uh-oh. Without World Ender, Skateboard Dog does not have an extra revive in his kit. Block Boy Remzi being able to get the stun and the full absolute 0. That's a lot of damage! And Spider-Juan picks it up with the ignite.
Yeah, really well played by Remzi, just putting the CC in, knowing that if he gets close to the Aatrox, yeah, really well played by. And that's actually first tower for Vel'Koz, but he knows that if he gets really in close to the Aatrox, he's on his first Q. That's longer range. His 2nd Q isn't even going to stun him either, so he has to wait until his 3rd Q to get him out of that ult. And by the time that's gone, he's already chinnered all the way. Aatrox is already dead. Well played. I was going in.
Oh, yeah. They do get the stun and the knockup on the Bliss. Forces him to flash away, looking for a hook on the backside of the skirmish, but does not find anyone. True Shot Barrage right in the face of Come On Shoot Faster as he walks away. Does have 4th bullet. Will land it on the Bliss. But now all 4 members are here on the bot side of the map. They want to get the siege down, and the rest, Curtain Call, will scatter them away from this turret. I Love You Say It Back is here on the bot side of the map. He does have Tibbers if he's looking for a stun here. He might go in, he pops Predator, but he misses the stun! And they're all within the Lance Respite, but not for I'll Love You Say It Back. But X-Homie steps way too far forward, and the bait is necessary, and it totally makes it worth everything. Kiora and Spider-Juan do enough damage to take them down. It's a double kill for the Pantheon.
I feel like that was an early ult by Apollo. He ulted way too early. And I don't think believed hit anyone, a resilient threat, and he just ulted kind of backwards too, so that when the Alistar engaged, he was out of it. And really well played by Rawr, just able to re-engage and stick with that fight, even though they missed engage in the first time. And they're going for it again.
Snowball is still gonna land. It's big enough to be able to get this knock-up into the stun from Pantheon. Arlight taking a lot of damage, as well as Apologician trying to run away. They don't die yet, but the pressure is there, and it's enough to secure, potentially, that bot tier 1 turret.
Yeah, let's see if we choose go for it. And now they pushed him out, but the bot lane is back, and he's going for it.
Oh, double knock-up and Tectonic Disruption into the full combo from X-Homie. He pops the Whiteboard Disintegration Ray onto Kiora, and Bliss goes down as well. And actually, there will be no tier 1 turret falling on the bot side of the map for the side of Scum Gang. The rest of the team falls in. And Spider-Juan, wait, get him! Touch him! Knock him up! Wait, you got no reinforcements. Oh, this is Monka X-Homie run.
Huge overstay by Rawr. I don't think they really need to go for that. As they know, they can just look to see, all right, everybody's up. And that entire time, Skateboard Dog was free-forming top, getting that turret, and just establishing a gold lead, actually. Or possibly.
And they successfully push this bot wave in. They're going to be able to get this blue buff as well, and they have a dragon coming up for them.
Yeah. And we just see that they kind of open the map. They have all 3 outer turrets. That's going to make macro across the map a lot easier to rotate, a lot easier to get through the jungle. And it's just going to be, hard to do. Thanks, Portage. Oh. Thanks.
Well, it looks like Cloud Dragon was not enough for the rest of Scum Gang to just stay behind and go for the dragon. They all reset. Looks like Apologician is going for a Blade of the Ruined King's second item after War Enchantment. War Enchantment does usually give the extra oomph of damage in the mid game, but then the Blade of the Ruined King will give him sustain, a little bit of dueling prowess, as well as the ability to cut down some of these higher health targets, mainly in Blockboy Ramsey and at some point Bliss as well.
Yeah, it's gonna give him a lot, especially when he's kind of the one that's doing most of the on-hit damage, most of the he's gonna be doing a lot of damage to tanks, because with an Aatrox and with the Jhin, they're not doing as much damage as traditional ADC would to a tank, so they kind of do need that percent health damage just to deal with those tanks. Milkhouse is really strong right now. Holy moly!
It is a lot of damage coming out.
He's just gonna be able to zone, just poke them out, and as they have. Actually, down they have no oceans or really any sustain at all, so they can just be poked out and poked out and poked out, and then they can just try to force objectives off that.
Oh, well, if you say it back, gets his recall stopped, but doesn't get clipped by any knockups. As Skateboard Dog and X-Homie were trying to find a potential pick over the wall, they did have vision over there. And Dragon is up now. They can definitely go for it. True Shot Barrage will give vision briefly.
I don't know if Apollo's gonna be able to get this before the time going out, but yeah, it's yeah, he doesn't. Maybe no, he doesn't get in the time. Scummy does get it. Watch for the info.
Oh well, Spider-Juan is too far away. But the snowball is there, and nope, never mind.
Thanks, bro. So Scummy just getting a free turret. Now they have 2 clouds. Gonna make, like I said, rotations with the outer turrets gone even easier. They're gonna be able to really outsay Rawr, and also going in. Hits it.
Oh man. And I love you say it back is going to get taken down before she even gets the chance to pop the timbers. I live Lifeform Disintegration Ray doesn't really find anyone, but the Current Call is scattering them back, and they're running like the wind as fast as they can. Blockboy Ramsey trying to do his best to slow down the opposition with the Absolute Zero. Not going to be able to do it. The Deadly Flourish is there, stuns up Apologician. He's in the Lamb's Respite. He's going to be able to get the heal. Spider-Juan gets pulled back by the Infernal Chains, and he flashes in, going for the 4th bullet, but he doesn't have it in time. He needed one more shot. Spider-Juan was able to get away thanks to the help of the Dark Passage, but the damage has been done. Scum Gang have advanced further onto the map.
They're taking another mid-turret, just making this rotations even easier, giving Rawr less vision of the rotations, and just allowing Scum Gang to just really have a lot of freedom to do what they want. And obviously, with their Jin's getting big, Aatrox is going to be close to that 2 item power spike. and Vel'Koz is just absolutely destroying right now. So they're just gonna have a lot of damage and a lot of safety with the Kindred ult.
Blade of the Ruined King should be completed soon for Apologician here, if I'm not mistaken. He is sitting on 1,300 gold, and with the Cutlass and the Dagger, I'm trying to think. I think that might be enough. I don't remember what the costs are.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, Blade of the Ruined King I think is 3,200, and then Cutlass is
No,
6.
I need 400 more.
He's so close.
Yeah. Rawr looking just to group his 5, you know, going back to the old tactics. I think Spoder down bot. I don't know about this. If they see Spoder, they can just go for an engage, you know, and then he doesn't have ult.
Right.
That's what he seems to be doing.
All 4 mid here. Your only disengage methods are the box and absolute zero, and just Kiora kiting back continuously with these Mystic Shock. Iceborne Gauntlet empowered.
Oh my god, the damage.
Wait,
They
what
can
was
start
that
Baron
even
off that.
from? What the hell? Was that come on shoot faster's damage? Jesus Christ.
They can start the Baron off that, yeah. That combined with just how insanely far ahead he is, and with the they might have to back off though. And with the Dark Harvest, they did so much damage.
All 5 members
Not
are here.
back
There's a
off, though.
control ward on the Baron pit. However,
Homie is very low. Homie's gonna get that
Ramsey
plant.
does have flash. Pantheon
Ult
channeling the man drop, looking for a stun. I love you say it back gets clipped. Almost by the Tectonic
He's gonna have to
Disruptor.
ult out.
Flashes away.
Watch out.
Skateboard Dog is going
It's gonna be a
forward.
re-engage.
Fiora is here trying to get the kite. Oh, they find the timbers over the wall. They take down Apologician, and they take down the World Ender passive, as well as Ex-Homie. And now the rest of Rawr, they're pushing forward. Kiora flashing in, and as well, or not flashing in, Arcane shifting in. Skateboard Dog having to E over the wall to avoid certain death from the snowball. Kiora
almost hit
playing
him.
with fire here as he's finding these Mystic Shots. Not able to clean up rest of the kills, but that is huge for Rawr.
And he actually playing a lot, really well with the vision there, going over the wall so they can't see him, and then they can just ult, stun Apollo, and Apollo doesn't have any time to ult and save his team because he's stunned. And so they all die because of no Kindred ult, and then Rawr was just, they weren't really able to get any other kills. Bliss did flash and Mr. Smite, and Cure almost died, but that wasn't one fight for Rawr, it's what they need right now.
And as this game goes later and later on, I mean, the Kiora will be able to do fairly well, as these Mystic Shots are going to hurt even further as he continues getting more items. And with this Iceborne Gauntlet Muramana build, I mean, they just, as long as you can continuously get pokes off before team fights start and be able to kite people down or chase people down with the slows, you can turn team fights around. But yeah, you're right, top lane. Rip Spider Juan. F in the chat
A
here.
little bit worse than it. But the thing about Ezreal is that he's gonna have to play perfectly around his Vel'Koz. He can basically let nothing hit him, because if anything hits him, that's at least half his health bar right there. Especially with, and if he's like 75% health, that's like, he might be taking out a 10%.
Oh man, they have been playing so well around the vision over the walls here. And Skateboard Dog and Ex-Homie start off and engage once again. They force away Block Boy Ramsey. No one dies, however, but they should be able to pick up this second tier turret on the top side of the map.
Yeah, another really good lantern by Bliss just to really save him and just bring him all the way across the map. And Scum Gang might be looking for Baron here. I don't know. Or they could just rotate all the way down bot side and take that ocean.
There is a Kindred mark on the Wolves. So maybe Apologician is like, hey, let's go to Ocean Dragon and let me pick up that sweet, sweet mark stack. But it looks like Rawr are also aware that they're not able to find anyone to punish.
She does get it. I believe 4 is the when you get the increased auto range. Am I right?
Yeah.
in that?
Yeah. She's,
So he has passed that. He's got 5.
yeah.
And they are looking to this. Rawr is looking to contest it. They are not going to let Scummy have this one for free.
Looks like Blue was picked up by Arlight. He's able to snag it away with the Void Rift and Plasma Fission combo.
Rawr is really in the dark on this one.
And they have no vision of the dragon whatsoever. There's no way that they can actually walk up. That is a free Ocean Dragon. 3 dragons for the side of Scum Gang right here.
Scum Gang is really good. And with that Ocean Dragon, they're going to have the poke advantage because even after Ezreal's and Mystic Shields are coming out, and their pokes coming out from the Vel'Koz, they're going to be regenning a lot, and so that Rawr is not going to be. So they can just win the poke war. They poke someone out, they can maybe even go to the Baron.
Definitely could be. And with all the vision that the side of Scum Gang has been able to amount to, like if we take a quick look at just vision on the side of Rawr KSG. I mean, the first vision they do get of the river is just that Baron pit, but Blockboy Remzi has been caught out, and if he goes down, that means that will be a free smite, but there is a shield coming out from Blockboy Remzi. He's able to get it quickly, but it's not going to be enough. Apologician being able to take down Blockboy Remzi right there. The redemption comes out. The Lightborn disintegration over the wall and finds a couple members in Spider Juan. Curtain Call does a little bit more damage as well. Skateboard Dog does have teleport. He is low on health, so he will want to recall if they want to go for this Baron.
2 for 1, even though it was honestly in Rawr's favor in terms of positioning. Paul did have ult, decided not to use it, and they just seem like most teams are going to reset. Ramsey's Aftershock did save him a lot there. He was able to soak up a lot of damage with that Aftershock. Just really good room for doing that. And yeah, but this Vel'Koz is going to get bigger and bigger. Now has that Banshee's Veil, which is going to be able to like block the first damage, so maybe might be able to block an Annie ult, for example, and he's just going to be able to really kite back and be this unstoppable backliner.
Yeah, if no one procs that Banshee's Veil at the beginning of the fight, I Love You Say It Back will not be able to threaten Arlight with a Tibbers stun onto multiple people, or if he's the only one that is being targeted by this Annie in these fights. She does have the Predator for the movement speed to look for creative flanks, but with all this vision control from the side of Scum Gang, it's going to be hard to find those opportunities. And Blockboy getting caught out here, but he's able to get away with the Dark Passage, but the tail of the Lifeform Disintegration Ray finds him and takes him down.
I think you might be able to go for this here. You know Annie uses her ult too. Oh, a lot of damage on Homie though from Fiora.
Oh man, without Tibbers, there is no AoE stun that can be threatened. The only thing that you could probably do is go for a large 5-man or 4-man Incinerate, but you're going to have to use Flash in order to get in there. The Baron is burning down. Apologician has Smite. All you got to do is just not be like Bliss and miss this Smite. But here they go. They're just going to try to turn it around. There's a back and forth fighting here. Lancer Spike comes down. There's a lot of people, members dropping down. Bliss finds a hook onto X-Homie. It's not going to be able to get it quite yet, but they do fall down. Skateboard Dog and X-Homie do go down for the efforts. Kiora and I Love You Say It Back are the only ones alive. Kiora goes back in. He misses. He gets the Titanic Disruption, and he gets knocked up. And Arlight is able to pick up the 80 carry. It's just Blockboy Remzi and I Love You Say It Back, but the Baron attempt was denied.
Amazing ult by Apollo. Really able to stop that engage by Pantheon on the backside, and just really able to extend the fight to a position where Scum Gang could win that. And they ended up actually they traded evenly, but Ryder didn't even have Nuna there. And what I really want to see coming out of this Kindred soon is actually a QSS. I hope that she picks that up soon, because if she just gets stunned by either the Pantheon or the Annie before she can even ult, then that really opens up the Scum Gang to a lot of potential just absolutely getting destroyed in team fights. But if she can't QSS early and get that ult down like she did in that fight, or just get that ult down in general like she did in that fight, then that was really good for Scum Gang there and was helping them against a detrimental fight.
Jace, we're past the 30-minute mark here. So Blockboy Remzi on this Nunu is going to get tankier and tankier, which will be even more useful. Oh, where did Kiora go? He did so much freaking damage. The Deadly Flourish just fine. I Love You Say It Back. He's not going to be able to get anything down afterwards as well. This could be a Baron attempt right here. Blockboy Remzi still has consumed Smite if he wants to go for an attempt, but it's 5-3. A lot of your damage dealers have already been taken out, and I Love You Say It Back in Kiora. You're going to have to coordinate something massive to get a Miracle Steal off. There is a little bit of vision over here on this Baron pit, but they're just going to give it up. Blockboy Remzi, there's no way he's going to get there in time. He pops over the wall. No, he doesn't. And that's going to be Baron secured for Scum Gang.
Very well. the Vel'Koz knew that when the Ezreal went in, he didn't have flash, he didn't have anything, so he was just absolutely free to do the entire combo from the Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz with the tip of it, with his Dark Harvest, was able to kill the Ezreal, and that led into just saying, Rawr was like, "What are we doing? What are we doing?" And then the Annie right afterwards, was able to Annie right afterwards died as well, and then they're gonna be able to take the Baron, and now they're gonna be able to take the mountain.
Oh, that was close. Good attempt from Cure trying to take away the Mountain Dragon, but an engage attempt comes out from Blockboy Remzi, but he decides to call off the Snowball. Deadly Flourish does stun him here in the jungle, but it looks like Scum Gang is going for this bot lane push as they want to crack open the base with this Baron buff.
Yeah, they seem to be sieging these towers now if they have the Baron with them.
Oh,
hopefully ult again on the Vel'Koz.
Lifeform Disintegration Ray. Looks like Kiora was able to Arcane Shift away before the full damage did come out from Arlight. He does not have the ulti up for another 40 seconds. But if they continue this siege for another wave or two, they'll be able to have it up once again.
You see that Renji might be trying for engage here. It doesn't feel like it's necessary. And they're just trying to siege with these double cannon minions. I feel like they should be stepping up and trying to defend those, just to let them engage, but
yeah,
it's obviously not something to do.
Oh, Bliss.
Look how very, and now they can just let this
Bliss,
as much damage as he really wants. Blocks it.
Bliss has got to be careful here. He's taking a lot of damage from these poke. Oh, well, I love you say it back. Does get quite a bit of burst damage on the Commune, shoot faster, and without any real lifesteal or healing abilities, they might have to back off. And this Spider Juan is going to look for someone. He can stun someone, but Blockboy Remzi is just going to go down. No one was really following up. I love you say it back. Does get a stun onto the top side, but Skateboard Dog is distracting the backline and forcing them away. And with that, Skateboard Dog doesn't go down, but I love you say it back, and Remzi do give their lives for the cause. Fiora, Bliss, and Spider Juan, you are the last member standing between this base falling and preventing Scum Gang from completing a 3-0 sweep on you guys. But it's going to have to be played with confidence and with patience. You need to dig deep down and find your inner strength and try to defend this as best you can. Pull out the Bloom Tower defense simulators as best as you can as well. Lifeform Disintegration, though, finds Kiora, and it's going to take him down. That's the main damage dealer down, and I don't think we can expect anything more from Rawr. KSG. The Baron minions are pulling in. Blockboy Renzi trying to do his best. Last man defense. The block. Oddslucers can't even get out. I love you. Say it back. Can't even get a stun out. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, Scum Gang are your Overdrive League Gold final winners.
They dethrone the former champions. They say, you're not winning us. You're not sweeping us like you have everyone else. We're sweeping you. They take the win. They take the championship. They take it all. Holy moly.
Oh, man.
Absolute exceptional play from Airline in that final game. Playing it perfectly, scaling well into their mid game, and just playing those late game team fights exceptionally well. Getting those clutch pick onto Ezreal on that led to the Baron, and just was able to snowball them into late game.
Yeah, this was honestly, other than game 2, well, I mean, game 3 was kind of it wasn't like a complete stomp. Arlight was massively winning this mid lane though, but it looked like Blockboy Remzi and Kiora were finding moments to be able to bring it back. But other than that, I mean, if you look at the playoffs history of the results, other than, I believe, a series between Anarchy and I believe it was Illumination, if I look back in the brackets, most of the playoff series were 3-0 stomps. So I'm just not sure what that means, Jace. If that's a sign that once you tilt the team and once you get a momentum lead, there's just no way for the other team to come back. Is that what we're gonna expect once ODL rebrands to Zero Gravity Gaming?
Maybe. Yeah, most of them are 3-0 stops. And even with the 3-2, even with the actual game 5 in the Classic versus Anarchy, it was a reverse sweep. So it was basically, in a way, it's just like a 3-0. And just once you get that momentum in leagues like this, especially in ODL, you can just really ride that out to a victory really easily.
unlucky, but we do have to give a huge congratulations to Scum Gang, your ODL Gold Season 3 winners. As this will be your final season winners for ODL as they rebrand over to Zero Gravity Gaming. I don't know if we're going to have an interview with the winners on this channel, but maybe Bang Bus Driver will be hosting a interview on his own personal channel with Scum Gang winners. I don't know if Bang Bus Driver is here to coordinate that, but if that would be the case, then I would go to the Zero Gravity Gaming Discord channel, look up Bang Bus Driver, hit him up, say, "Yo, where's my winners interview?" And also it's his birthday, and I believe it's also ex-homie's birthday. So quick happy birthday shout outs to Bang Bus Driver and ex-homie as well. And also thank you everyone for tuning in to this series that we had tonight here on the Everlife Gaming Network Twitch channel here. My name was Mark Rafa Alexander Arambide, and I was joined by Great Jace here. Thank you so much for coming in at the last minute. And also a huge shout out to my man Ken Gummy Balls Torres, our wonderful streamer, young Filipino god, definitely made of completely lechon and pure heart and hard work for EGN. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you everyone for coming out. We all hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and also happy holidays.
See ya, boys.
Teleport, so he will have to walk back to lane, but is coming with a longsword and rejuve bead. Apologician is here on the bot side of the map. Kiora looks like he's just gonna accept his fate right here and not try to go burn any sums, and that's gonna be an easy first blood for Come Shoot Faster. But Bliss gets pulled right in, and without flash, he has no target to be able to stand behind, and Bliss is gonna go down, and that's a double kill for Come Shoot Faster. Juan and Blockboy Remzi, they are looking for this Rift Herald, but all right, Skateboard Dog does fly himself over the wall. Politician is there for the assisted. Skateboard Dog, yeah, finally using the shuriken backflip backward. Oh, damn! Arlight comes in with the grenade and explodes them with some rockets. Running only on brown bags at the moment. We do have the charge coming out. And he's pushing forward, but Blockboy Remzi's a little too late, and he's just going to get absolutely blown up. The rest of the team was not there, but they're going to push on forward, and I Love You Say It Back is going in for the Karthus ultimate, but he was micro-stunned by Skateboard Dog. No Requiem damage actually came out, and I Love You Say It Back did not get to be useful in that fight whatsoever. Caught out by the Deadly Flourish, does have the stand behind me to be able to jump to Kiora, but he gets pulled by ex-homie with a flash hook. He's not going to fall yet because Spider Juan is on the backside of the fight. Apologist gets shut down by Spider Juan, and now the rest of the fight, it looks like it could be up to Rawr, but Skateboard Dog already taken out one with the perfect execution, and there's the stopwatch play, using the shuriken backflip to get even further into the backline. I Love You Say It Back, the only one left alive after everything. Still has the Requiem. He's already fallen, and Inhibitor is at 50% health. And a hook does land on the Kiora and gets a nice play onto Bliss and him as well. Karthus being able to get a nice Requiem down, but it's not enough damage. Curtain Call does come out. He has to keep himself at base. Spider Juan doing as much as he can, but he's getting brought down. Rockboy Remzi does fall to a Curtain Call shot. Deadly Flourish and the hook do miss, but it's still two members down on the side of Rawr KSG on the top side. So that is a snake that he definitely wants to turn into some boots, but she's going to back away.
Yeah, that is one of the problems. She might have been able to, kite that out faster if she had a stage rush and just try to kite it out, but she obviously had the banner.
Oh my god! Bliss!
You gonna replay on that?
Man.
Wow, see? They just seem to get in this tower. Maybe.
Oh, wait.
Hook on him.
Nice hook. Look at the miasma. Puts the ball into place. Politician goes right into the backline. Sinks his fangs into Blockboy Remzi. And Kiora does go down as well. I Love You Say It Back. Also falling. Spider Juan and Blitz have to run for the hills. The Rift Herald is still on the table and is going to do massive damage to these structures.
Oh, and he's got out of it.
Oh, well.
What a
Apologician just going right on to Ramsey,
got him.
do we see another
He
rage
knocked him out
quit
of the
pause
ult.
here? Apologician getting ignited down here. The redemption is coming out. Bliss does take down Apologician with the ignite. He's going to be able to assert some dominance there, but Skateboard Dog does take down Juan, proving that he's a better top laner in this series. Keystone as well, forcing him in the flash away. There is the Lantern as well for the Dark Passage to safety. Bliss finding a 2-man knockup, but the follow-up isn't there. And now here comes the re-engage. 3-man stun with Bliss. Sandra RLA finding a massive damage wombo combo. And it's going to set up the rest of the team to be able to fall in and pick up the pieces as the rest of Rawr KSG fall to Scum Gang. Triple kill coming in for RLite. They're going to push this in, and we're going to...
Nocturne comes in, they all just collapse on him, just absolutely burst them, only losing one member, and they're taking game 2 extremely decisively, and Rawr's back's up against the wall, and they're gonna have to figure out a way to win these games and figure out how to win them fast.
Oh shit! Wait, wait! Do they not end right here? Just one more auto attack, we'll be able to do it. There you go.
Holy moly!
Oh, that was close.
3 no matter what, because you're gonna be right on top of him, stunning him. So that I get the aftershock from jumping on him and getting the stun. That could block a lot of the damage. Just to be honest.
Right. Oh, we do see a mid lane gank. The stun might come in, but RLite already using the cleanse as soon as it happens. But the ignite. Oh, Apologician comes in from the downtown. He flies in and he picks up first blood. Gonna be able to prevent vision, but here comes a snowball. It's gonna land on Apologician. Immediately pops the Lamb's Respite. Who's gonna come out on top of this one? The Absolute Zero does enough damage, and Spider-Juan is able to pick up the kill on Apologician. Didn't even need to use the ignite, but RLite is here for the roam. I'll Love You Say It Back does get a kill on a Skateboard Dog, and they stop the the Lifeform Disintegration Wave, immediately interrupted by a great snowball from Blockboy Ramsey. Knock up with the snowball, not able to get in range for this quick stun though. And Spider-Juan is now taking a lot of damage from Skateboard Dog, and he has World Ender. If he has the movement speed, if he wants to go in for it, cooldowns are up for Skateboard Dog. There's the 1Q, the Darkened Blade, hits one, he flashes, misses the knockup, gets stunned on the turret, but goes for one more, and he's gonna seal Spider-Juan's death, but the World Ender ended in time, and Spider-Juan still gets one back. Man, and I Love You Say It Back is going to get taken down before she even gets the chance to pop the timbers. Lifeform Disintegration Ray doesn't really find anyone, but the Curtain Call is scattering them back, and they're running like the wind as fast as they can. Blockboy Ramsey trying to do his best to slow down the opposition with the Absolute Zero. Not going to be able to do it. The Deadly Flourish is there, stuns up Apologician. He's in the Lamb's Respite. He's going to be able to get the heal. Spider-Juan gets pulled back by the Infernal Chains, and he flashes in, going for the 4th bullet, but he doesn't have it in time. He needed one more shot. Spider-Juan channeling the man drop, looking for a stun. I Love You Say It Back gets clipped, almost by the Tectonic Disruption, and flashes away. Skateboard Dog is going forward. Fioris here trying to dig the kite. Oh, they find the timbers over the wall. They take down Apologician, and they take down the World Ender passive, as well as Ex-Homie. And now the rest of Rawr, they're pushing forward. Cura flashing in, and as well, or not flashing in, Arcane shifting in. Skateboard Dog having to E over the wall. Rawr KSG. I mean, the first vision they do get of the river is just that Baron Pit, but Blockboy Ramsey has been caught out, and if he goes down, that means that will be a free smite, but there is a shield coming out from Blockboy Ramsey. He's able to get it quickly, but it's not going to be enough. Apologician being able to take down Blockboy Ramsey right there. The redemption comes out. The Lifeform Disintegration over the wall and finds a couple members in Spider-Juan. Curtain Call does a little bit more damage as well. Skateboard Dog does have teleport. He is low on health, so he will want to not be like Bliss and miss this smite. But here they go. They're just going to try to turn it around. There's a back and forth fighting here. Lancer Spike comes down. There's a lot of people, members dropping down. Bliss finds a hook onto Ex-Homie. It's not going to be able to get it quite yet, but they do fall down. Skateboard Dog and Ex-Homie do go down for the efforts. Cure and I Love You Say It Back are the only ones alive. Cure goes back in. He misses. He gets the Titanic Disruption, and he gets knocked up. And RLite is able to pick up the 80 carry. It's just Blockboy Ramsey and I Love You Say It. Jace, we're past the 30-minute mark here. So Blockboy Ramsey on this new is going to get tankier and tankier, which will be even more useful. Oh, where did Kiora go? He did so much freaking damage. The Deadly Flourish does fine. I Love You Say It Back. He's not going to be able to get anything down afterwards as well. This could be a Baron attempt right here. Blockboy Ramsey still has consumed smite. A lot of damage. from these poke. Oh, well, I love you say it back. Does get quite a bit of burst damage onto Kamoon, shoot faster, and without any real lifesteal or healing abilities, they might have to back off, and this Father Juan is going to look for someone. He can stun someone, but Block Boy Ramsey is just going to go down. No one was really following up. I love you say it back. Does get a stun onto the top side, but Skateboard Dog is distracting the backline and forcing them away. And with that, Skateboard Dog doesn't go down, but